All right, I'm live. All right, right now I'm in transition, so I won't be able to be on camera. Trying to get down here. What's up with everybody? When I get to somewhere lit, I'll go on camera, but right now I'm trying to get down here to meet somebody. Welcome to Testimony Tuesday. I guess we got a few people today that want to share their testimony. Uh, Definitely a good day to do it with everything going on with the gang stalking. And you don't have to share your personal information. It's just about your experiences with gang stalking. It ain't really about your personal life story per se. Just your experiences being gang stalked, how long you've been in the program, things like that. So, see, we got, see, TI shows in the back. I think I put the link up. I'll put it up again real quick. On my cell phone, like the old days. All right, I think it's up. It is up. See, I'll bring TI shows in the back. I'll bring them on. Let's see.
What is happening, brothers? See
What's
if it works.
going on?
Testing, testing.
What's going on? How you doing tonight? You doing all right?
All
Can
right.
you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, welcome
I got
to
a delay
Testimony
because I got no
Tuesday.
headphones, so I'm listening through my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been a busy week so far, and it's only Tuesday. A lot of gang stalking, a lot of surveilling, man. We just basically telling our experiences with the gang stalking.
Yeah, it's bad. I've been hit hard today.
Pretty
Hit
much it.
hard.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah, I was getting followed today in the library, getting watched anyway.
These motherfuckers just don't stop.
And I guess the guy got irritated. I asked him why he's watching me. So, whatever. Anybody can ask, hey, man, you watching me, man. So, like it's 2021, man.
You keep on going for it. I'm going to try and fix my sound because I'm on a
All right.
delay.
Okay. You're good, bro. All right. So, the link is up. So, yeah, let's just finish. I'll finish my short testimony. So, seen a guy watching me for about a couple hours. See who's in the back there. Let's see. What's going on? Welcome to Testimony Tuesday. How you doing?
Doing all right. How you doing?
I am well. What's going on? All right. Welcome to Testimony Tuesday. You got to close out your other screen.
I did. I just think about it.
Okay.
My bad.
So yeah, it's you just basically share your experiences as far as the gang stalking program and what's been going on with you with the harassment and different things like that. So
Well, I guess
I'll finish up my testimony real quick, my short one with the guy that got
okay.
irritated because I asked him why you watching me. And I talked with one of my fellow brothers. He's like, just hand them flyers. And the flyers so they know, learn about what organized harassment is, stalking, so you don't have to try to come off brash or anything with people. So, but you got the floor, man. Other than that, gang stalking is gang stalking. Organized harassment, suppression of the job.
It's getting extremely ridiculous, to be honest.
Floor, go ahead. Suppression of the job.
Why is my phone? So, yeah, I just wanted to give an update on what's been going on with me. I've noticed that since we haven't really been around each other a while, it's gotten worse for me. Like where I'm staying at currently, I have neighbors upstairs in the apartment above me, and every time I go outside, because like sometimes I go outside to like smoke a cigarette or just chill outside to get some fresh air. But it's like not every time I come outside, but quite frequently when I come outside. And it's not the same time every single day because I kind of switch up. The same people that are above me come outside when I come outside. And they walk their two dogs. So they use their dogs as like an excuse, to come outside or whatever. And a lot of the times they're extremely loud above me. I mean, like really loud. Like their dogs be running around. You can hear them like heavy footed walking around. And so I confronted the guy the other day when he came outside. And I was like, yo, you come outside a lot when I come outside. He was like, yeah, I noticed that. Kind of weird, huh? And I'm like, yeah, that is weird. It's been happening quite frequently. He didn't say nothing, walked his dogs, went back inside. And then same thing happened today. I haven't been outside all day today. I left, came back. I left around like way early this morning. And then I came back and I hadn't been outside since I had got back. And then finally at around like probably like 5, I went outside, sat there for a minute, and then about 3 to 4 minutes later, here he comes outside walking his dogs again. And it's not like all the time, every single time I come outside, but it's majority of the time when I come outside, he's coming outside to walk his dogs, and it's either him or him and his girlfriend. And I believe I've said something to him twice because I think it was yesterday when he came outside. I was like, "Oh, there you are again." He was like, "Yep." Waved at me and continued to walk his dogs. So I've decided the next time I see him, I'm gonna catch him on camera and I'm gonna ask him like, are you like gang stalking? Because this is getting ridiculous. Where you have all day long to come outside when I'm not outside, but the only time I see you outside is when I'm outside.
You got to buy him one of those dog collar things that says "I'm a perp." Those little T-shirts for the dogs.
There you go. It'll fit perfectly. I don't know. It kind of gets annoying because it's like I just be trying to sit outside and chill. Don't nobody ever be outside. Nobody. Might be some kids down the street, in the little parking lot or whatever, but nobody else is ever outside. Like I might see one person walk their dog, like randomly. But it's him and his girlfriend that come outside majority of the time when I come outside. I'm like, how many times do your dogs need to come outside? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Sport that G-Rock shirt. Get that G-Rock shirt on and walk outside with it.
Trying to synchronize with you, form anchor you to certain traumas, so that you
Yeah,
become sensitized to it.
because like the first few times that it was happening since I've been here, because it's happening like quite frequently. And then when I had confronted him, then like at first he was coming outside at the exact same time that I was coming outside. But then when I confronted him, now he's not coming outside until like a few minutes after I've already been out there.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know. So a lot of people said in the past that if you mess with a targeted individual, then that person becomes targeted. I don't see why they can target you. You're harmless.
I don't get it. I don't know. I really can't like place my finger on what would make me a target other than just me believing in the most high. Like other than that, I don't mean I ain't really done anything. I don't have anything on my record. Like I mean I've been in the mental hospitals since I was like 12, so probably 11, 12. So I'm not sure, to be honest. But I've been having issues with my phone as well. Uh, I believe my phone is hacked. and you witnessed it. I actually have a recording of the sound and it only makes this sound when I sometimes when I get on the phone with G-Rock. But when
Yeah,
I'm
when
on
you
the
get
phone
on
with
your
my
phone,
sister,
if you hear like echoes when you're typing in a text, that means it might
Messing
be
up right
hacked,
now.
like a tapping sound.
it's like a noise. It's like a beeping noise. It goes beep beep beep, and then it'll stop for a little bit, and then it'll do it again, and it just does it repeatedly. Like today,
Yep.
it happened, but it only did it one time, and then it
Try
just
going
stopped.
your phone and do network reset.
I've done that before. Cause I mean, this is a new phone. Like I had to get a replacement, and I've been having issues with it ever since I got it.
Yeah, it's the shit we got to go through electronics. They get us all.
And then we were on the phone. What was that last night? Trying to do a call, and the calls kept getting split up.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I think it's at this point, it's pretty much everybody's compromised. Yeah, I know
I
I'm
honestly believe
rarely
that.
see normal people. I rarely see just normal people doing things. It's a rarity. Just minding your own business, not really. You can tell who's watching you, who's not watching you, different things like that. So, um, I don't know. I really, to me personally, I just have it's just a door to the end. To be honest.
Oh, Cynthia asked how does she get on the live?
Hold on.
Yeah, she put that at
Put it
7:05.
back up. Put it back up. Hey, there you go. So, so with him coming out like that, I think the best thing was to be catch the ball and so on camera. If you feel that's what it is, just try to switch up your routine. Try to be.
Yeah, that's what I
If
decided to do today. I didn't do the same thing that I normally do today. I
All right,
barely
guys,
went
we're
outside
gonna
today, and then I
reroute.
went somewhere else this morning instead of going
Go
out.
ahead, Elaine, stop.
try not to be predictable.
So this right here, right now, is about to be the last stop.
Okay, this is our stop.
Okay. So when I
Stop requested.
this stop right here,
The link is shared. All you do is hit the link.
yes, we've been asked to go around it.
You don't have to
So,
disrupt our broadcast. What happened? Everybody still, you still
I'm
on?
gonna come
Yeah,
back.
I'm here.
We're gonna go through the campus
I'm
lane.
here.
So I'm gonna turn on lane and go through there.
Here?
I'm gonna come back in on 12, and I'll turn off the 12 onto back onto High Street.
Cynthia just tapped the link. Is everybody
I
still
don't
on here?
know.
Yeah, I'm here.
A lot of dead air. Okay, so that's your testimony.
Yes.
Is that what's going on? Okay. Yeah, they probably. Let's see. She just came. Hello, Cynthia.
Hello, Cynthia.
Hi, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know if I was on here. I so apologize. I had to. It was kept throwing me in and out, and I finally got on.
Shalom, Cynthia.
Hello, everybody. How are you
Hello,
doing?
hello. Doing pretty good.
Good.
Good. It's great to hear you guys' voices for real, instead of just through YouTube. So this is the first time I've ever done this, so I hope I don't mess up on it or anything. I apologize. That's why I had trouble getting in. I've never been on a live before. It's pretty cool.
Okay. I'm just sharing our experiences with the gangstalking program. That's pretty much it. So you don't have to divulge any personal information. That this is your experience with the whole program.
I was going to say welcome to everybody in the chat.
Good girl, Jasmine. Stay there, baby. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hello,
I
hello.
was checking the volume. Sorry, guys.
Go for it, Cynthia.
Oh, okay. Do I just? Wow. You just kind of want me to start from the beginning, or just?
Just whatever's
Okay.
on your mind.
Well, I am 56 years old. I turned 56 in September, and I have 3 kids and 5 grandkids. I was married for 36 years before I got a divorce. But I didn't know. I had never heard of this at all before it happened to me.
They must be hacking.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
You good.
But as I started just, thinking back, even in kindergarten, all through school, every job basically I ever had, I was so bullied. I mean, like extremely bullied. And like I could start a job and everything would be fine for the first couple of days, but it's like after that I'd walk in and it's just like someone just snapped or turned off a light. Everyone's attitude had changed towards me and just did not like me, and I had done nothing wrong and I could not figure out why. Let me see. After I got a divorce, lost everything, I had to move in with my parents, and probably about a year, I'd say, about 8 months after I moved in here, one day I was driving down the road and I noticed this car. And the reason why I noticed it is because it was one of the big black kind of SUVs. But what made me take notice is that the windows were so black that I couldn't see in it. And a couple of days went later, and I just noticed that these cars, white ones and black ones, was following me. And I actually got this on the Progo in the car. I came walking out of Walgreens, and there was a truck on either side of my car, and they were like huge trucks, big black windows, intimidating looking, and it did intimidate me. It scared me. As I was backing out to leave, they started following me. And no one here's from Oklahoma City, but I probably went literally 70 miles an hour down the street, and I tried to cut through some apartments. And this is where I got it on the video. Is when I was going in, one of the trucks pulled in front of me, trying to block my way, and another one behind me. And I went up over the curb, hysterical. I was scared to death. So I go to the police station, not knowing what was going on at all. I go in there, had to stand there for a few minutes, and they finally came to the door, and there was 2 of them. And I remember them not writing anything down. And I was telling them, I don't know what this is. Sex trafficking, I don't know, but I'm scared. And one of the officers looked at me and he said, have you ever lived in Moore, or do you have a sister that lives in Moore? And I said, no. And he said, yeah, you do. And I said, well, no, I don't. And he was just looking at me like he had seen my twin. So I leave there, and a couple of days go by, and then all of a sudden, cars started just going past the house. They would go around the block. You guys, when I tell you, literally 24/7, and we have security cameras, so all of this I have on video, just going around. But I think at the beginning, I did not think that it really had anything to do with me. But when I did find out, it was about 10:30 at night, and I had the windows up because it was a cool night. And one of them rolled down the window, and I could hear a woman say, "Is that bitch?" And he said, "F you," as loud as he could. That's when I knew that it was all about me. That is when I started getting followed everywhere I went. And I think it was probably about, I want to say maybe 2.5 weeks after that incident. It got so bad, guys, that I called the police. And still at this time, I did not understand what it was. I did not understand, had no idea the police were involved. Hand to God, my mom is sitting right in there. He comes to the door, and I'm trying to explain to him what happened. As he was standing there, one of those trucks went by, and I was like, there he goes, there he goes, there he goes. The cop didn't even move. He did not turn around. And I swear to you, he looked me in my eye, have you been upset lately? Are you on any medication? And I'm like,
Mm.
what? Wait, what?
There you
What?
go.
Swear to God, may God strike me down dead if I'm lying. And I said, what do you mean? And he goes, well, I think maybe that we should take you to the hospital. And then I just started like, what are you talking about? And he said, I need to talk to your mother and I need you to go in.
Mm.
Well, she stepped out on the porch, and of course, I want to know what's being said about me. So I'm hopping around like a bunny in this garage, pressing my ear up, trying to hear anything that I could hear. Finally, about after 5 minutes, I finally went out there, and he did nothing. He was walking off as I was coming out, and I said to him, I said, you know what? I said, I have always supported you guys. I have loved you guys. I have always, I mean, just everything for you guys. I said, today, you just broke my heart. I'm sorry, I'm getting upset. Okay.
You look crazy. That's what they do.
Oh, yeah, they do. Well, guys, sorry. After that, the intensity, I can't even tell you. And I do not leave this house without some kind of audio and a video recorder on me, because they take pictures and videos, fake ones. I've never been on the dark web, but I've heard that's what they do. And they can take words that we say and put it into sentences to make us sound crazy or whatever it is they want us to say. Then I noticed my neighbors. Yeah. Like literally, guys, overnight. And I wasn't like besties with these. And I'm not saying that we hung out 24/7. But when I tell you the look of disgust, I mean, if looks could have killed, I would have fallen over. And it's especially the neighbors across the street and to the left of me. And that is some of the videos that I have shared where I've actually caught them doing stuff to me. That's when I just, everywhere I went, I was followed. Well, I have had a full hysterectomy, guys. And that means that y'all know what that means. And that means you don't have no more cycles, anything. Probably about 2 months after that, I went to the bathroom and I noticed there was a little bit of blood in my urine. And that scared me to death, because to me, that's a sign something's wrong. So I go to the ER. They did nothing. I mean, basically, and I was just telling someone the other day, I got a bill for that. For what? I'm going to take it in and tell them I don't owe you anything because you did nothing. I sat there for about 2 hours. They did a urine test and came back and told me that I had a urinary tract infection. No. Well, it was right after that, guys, I was like, dang, I'm having to get up all through the night to go to the bathroom. And I mean, and I would, not drink excessive amount of water before I'd go to bed, but I was just constantly getting up and going to the bathroom. And then my muscles in my legs, this is when the pain started, the very first night, and I'll never forget it. You guys, my legs, you know how you get Charlie horses and you have to get up and walk it out? It was my entire legs from my hips down it felt like they were just knotting up. And I would get up and it hurt so bad. I was trying to walk it out and I was itching really bad. And I was like, what in the world is that? So I thought, well, maybe I don't have enough potassium. Maybe I'm, taking in too much caffeine. Well, that didn't work. Well, one night I was laying there, and it's the same thing right now. They're hitting me, guys, really, really hard because I'm talking about this. Sorry. My top of my head felt like it was on fire, like a deep penetrating fire. And it was kind of like tingling a little bit. And that is when I would start getting sensations. Like I'd be standing there and I'd get like a sensation come over me really quick, but it would just disappear. That went on for about a week. And then that is when I would be sitting, standing, sleeping, or whatever. And I don't know if y'all ever had this, but my stomach, when you're hungry, how to growl? My stomach was growling so bad, and it felt like the insides of my stomach was kind of moving around, and it hurt. And I tried to sit down and talk to my family. That did not go well at all. They said, I'm crazy. maybe I really do need to sit down and talk with someone. But they were like, well, you don't have to be ashamed of it. They really thought that I was insane. And I tried like 2 or 3 different times. And I was just like, forget it. I can't, they're not going to believe me. And I even tried showing video evidence. And the first thing always came up, well, that's just dust in the camera. That's just dust in the video. And I'm like, well, if that's dust in the video, then why is it that you can be videotaping with your phone? Okay. And you don't see that, but I can take your phone and go upstairs and videotape it. And it's doing the same thing on your phone. Do you not see where that does not make any sense? So then I noticed that friends on Facebook started becoming very distant to me. But you know what is really weird, guys? Also, friends that I had not talked to in forever, even people that I just unfriended, all of a sudden started messaging me, calling me, trying to get back into my life.
The same things has happened to me. I swear it has, and it just happened recently this year. Whenever I met G-Rock.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
People that you hadn't talked to or heard
I
from?
mean, people that I knew in elementary school, middle school, like a while ago that I have not spoken to, just pop back up, find me on Facebook, and start messaging me. Hey, how you doing? I ain't talked to you in a while. Just wanted to check on you.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, I had, and this has actually made the news, and y'all can even check on it. And I know that my 911 call is on there. I've never listened to it. And I'm going to try to get through this without getting upset, but I'm not going to use any names, and y'all can probably understand why. But there was a very close family member of mine that she had attracted this young black man. And, he seemed really great, really nice at first, but we started noticing something was not right. The way that she was talking, acting, like everything about her changed. And we just started noticing some abusive behavior. Okay. Well, and this is why I think maybe my husband may have been involved with this, but this has been 9 years ago, way before I ever even heard of it or had any problems with it. I went to my husband. I said, he needs to get away from her. He's not a good man. I don't like him. Do whatever you have to do. You're the man of the house. Well, because this particular young man was always praising my husband, giving him compliments. He was an electrical engineer. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry, my phone rang. I hung it up real quick. He was an electrical engineer, so he was the most narcissistic human met in my life. Hold on just a second. Mother, would you please call Sydney and tell her I'll call her back? Well, sorry, my daughter keeps trying to call her and tell her to stop. One evening, things got really bad, and I said, well, if you're not going to do something about this, I am. And I told him to leave, to never, ever come back again, period. Well, he progresses to shove me in the chair so hard that I flipped backwards. And by the grace of God, my daughter-in-law, Hillary, just happened to have, oh my God, pulled up right when that happened. Well, the police was called. We explained everything, and they did tell him, you need to leave. And he looked right back at me and said, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you. And I was telling the police, I was like, did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? He just threatened me. Oh, well, he's just an upset young man. He's not going to do anything. Okay. Well, that night, I told my husband, I said, I don't, something's not right. I'm scared to death. Please do not go to work tomorrow. I was begging you guys, please do not go to work. He said, I have to, but I'm going to give you something for protection. And I was familiar with guns. My family's grown up with them, hunted and everything. There was a shotgun and a handgun. Well, the shotgun, he was showing me how, you know how if you're holding it, how one part of it can either rest on your shoulder or you're going to put it up by your cheek. Mm-hmm. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I
Hello?
can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
It must be on
Yeah,
your
we're
end.
I
here.
don't know what happened. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we're here.
We hear you, Cynthia.
Did I get knocked off because of
That's that hacking.
let me see. I don't know what happened. I hope I
I think she clicked the wrong button. She was on her phone, so somebody probably
Oh,
called her.
okay.
And she clicked
Somebody
on
just
something.
called me too.
The phone always messes it up.
I got these ears on here.
I can never do it on the phone. I always screw it up.
Right.
So we're gonna have to switch topics till she gets back. What do you want to say? Anything, G Rock?
Well, man, I'll say this, man. This is what it's all about. You know, sharing the stories, what's going on, and just having support. But because at one point in this program, yeah, everybody, you don't think there's nobody that's going to believe you. Nobody believes you. They say, "Oh, you're crazy. You're paranoid, whatever." But just having this type of, I guess, therapeutic session is really helpful.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I think I got knocked off. Hello?
There she is.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was just talking and I didn't. I said, "Do y'all understand?" or something like that. I didn't hear anything, and I thought, "Boy, did that call knock me off." I'm so sorry. Oh my
We
God.
can still hear you.
Oh, you could? Okay, good. So
You just
y'all
couldn't
heard
hear
the part
us.
where I said that you can put the shotgun on your shoulder up next to your
Yep.
seat? Okay,
Mhm.
all right. Okay, he showed me that. Okay, and then I had the handgun. Well, we wake up, and my youngest son, Josh, has severe asthma, and he's been hospitalized numerous times for it. I almost kept him home. You guys, I almost kept him home that morning. I had walked around, and this is what was in the paper and the news. I was walking around with that gun all morning, and I had just put it down, guys. Literally had put it down. I was going to get me some coffee. Well, I could hear something at the front door, and you know the peepholes. It's kind of bigger. It sounded like someone was trying to open the door. I thought, well, good. James has come home early. Right when I got to that door, him and 4 other men burst through that door. I knew they had not masks over their bandanas over their face, but I knew who he was instantly. He pushes me to the ground and just starts banging on me, just hitting me. And the other guys was going through the house and stealing stuff, and they had went in Joshua's room, and they had stole his PlayStation, Xbox, or whatever it is that he had at that time in games. Well, he proceeds to grab me by the head of the hair and grabs me to the couch.
Oh,
And
gosh, I cannot take this call. What's wrong with her?
hello.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Drags me to the couch and excuse my language, but he said, "If you fucking move just an inch, I'm gonna effing kill you." Well, stupid me had to look down right there where the gun was, and when I did, he followed my eyes and he goes, "Oh, sweet, thank you." My husband had just bought me not iPad, but those ones that you could, like, if you wanted to read books and stuff. It was kind of like
Like a
tablet
Nook
kind of
or a
thing.
Kindle.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
a Kindle. Well, I knew that that's what he was going to go find. And he also hated my 2 chihuahuas. And he goes back into my bedroom, and I remember thinking, my God, he's going to kill my dogs. You guys, I knew at that second, if I did not move, if I did not get up right then, I was going to die, because he told those guys, he said, "Y'all hurry up, because we're going to F this bitch, and then we're going to cut her head off." It was just horrible things he said. I jump up faster, and I opened up that door, and I just started screaming as loud as I could. And when I opened up the door, they were still on the sidewalk, but they had just turned on the driveway to come up. Well, I guess he heard me. I'm standing out in the front yard, and he comes running past me. And you know how they can kind of turn around and do a backwards little jog? He did that, and
Yeah.
he shot the gun twice. And thank you, God, it did not hit me. It did not hit me. I was, sorry, guys. Worst thing that's ever happened to me, bar none. Well, because of this circumstance and the circumstances that followed, I'm getting sirens out here too.
Oh, that fits the show perfect.
You guys,
Right.
Yeah.
the DA, the district attorney, and like I said, all of this was on the news, all of it. The district attorney had been there for 40 years. Okay, 40 years. So after going to the hospital, and a company came out, and they put in a burglar alarm system for free. Okay, you know, the kind that if you raise your windows or open the door, it goes beep 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 real loud. Well, it was probably about 12:30 that night, and one of the windows, well, we didn't know at the time, it started beeping, and I'm hysterical. We called the police, and that in the burglar company came out, and it was the window, and it wasn't. No one tried to open it. It just was not latched good, and the wind was blowing, so it caused it to go off. But you guys, listen to this, because that happened. And because the police were on their way to my house, they caught them. They caught them, all of them except for one. And the cops said that they had knives, guns, tape, handcuffs, everything in their trunk. And they caught them 1 block from my house. They were coming back that night.
Some serious home invasion.
Yes, thank you. Praise God. Well,
Wow.
they arrest him. Well, he gets out on bond. And
Of course.
I remember, I think he was in there for 4 days, maybe 5. Again, this is in the paper. I was so upset. I was so scared because I knew he was coming after me. Period. He was coming after me. Well, the night that they let him out, guys, he went to a party and brutally raped and beat a 12-year-old girl. Brutally. And they caught him, I think, about a month later. The reason why I brought this up is because to this day, and this has been, 9 years, I believe, 2011 is when it happened. To this day, I still get threats against me because of me trying to put him in prison, trying to testify against him. But this is the thing, guys, the attorney, right when because I had testified, but right before we were supposed to go to, I call it the main trial. I don't know. There was more witnesses and evidence. The DA called me, and this is like a year and a half later, and says because they found and they swabbed my hands, my fingers, my face, everything, found nothing. Okay. They went back and supposedly they found trace amounts of gunpowder on
Is the
my
transit
cheek.
spot coming up here? Oh, I'm sorry. I said that all.
Hello.
Go ahead, Cynthia. Finish
If I'm
up.
talking too much, you guys break in.
No, you got the
No,
floor,
you're
baby.
okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. He called me and he said, I need you to come in. And I was really excited. And I was like, finally, this is be our day. Swear to God, this is true. He sat there and he goes, well, they, first thing he said, well, I listened to this is unbelievable, a phone message that you left for him. And I'm like, okay, what? Because that is true. I mean, I left him. It was nasty. I mean, I was upset. You guys can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, and also they found minute traces of gunpowder on your cheek. He said, I have to close this case and I'm not filing. And everything just started spinning. And I was like, okay, I did not just hear what I just heard. I said, now what? And he said, and I said, well, I want to listen to this message. And I said, yeah, I did call him. But I mean, for you to do this, you would think I threatened to kill his entire family. I want to hear it. Well,
If I text this, I'm sorry, you got.
no, no,
You
go
think
ahead.
if I text this girl, you think if I text this person, I'm trying to give it back this key, that it will go off or what?
It
No, I don't think it will. You
it
should still be
shouldn't.
on.
Okay.
Just don't close the window.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. All right. Continue.
Okay. I said, I'm going to hear this message. And he said, well, I'm sorry, I can't let you listen to it. And I said, well, what do you mean you can't let me hear it? You're saying I made the call and you're saying you're going to close this case and let him go? I want to hear it. And then that's when he said about the minute, and me and my husband kind of both at the same time. And I told the cops that afternoon that I had, or the night before, and all day I had been carrying this gun. And yes, they had been used a lot of times previously. And I'm sure I scratched my face because, you guys, he said that I am the one that lured him and all 5 of his friends to the house, and I'm the one that went after them.
What?
And I like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm bloodied and
gaslighting.
bruised and beat up, terrified, hysterical, and stuff is stolen, but I did this. Well, you guys, yeah, he got off, and I called the judge, and I remember just crying. I said, what do I do? Because he's going to kill me. Now, this is why I'm bringing up, because you guys, now that I look back, this is where things just kind of is not right. He said, well, you need to talk to your attorney about that, or the DA. I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere with him. Well, to make that part short, I wanted to file a victim's protection order. And I filled it out, and I probably went into too much detail. You guys, hand to God, she refused it. She denied it. And I was like, after 40 years, this DA just suddenly up and quit. He just quit.
40 years, man.
Yes, and it's in the paper, Norman, Oklahoma. And where I was living at the time, it should be Oklahoma City, but it could be Dell City. Yeah. And you can go out and look at his credentials. He had won almost every case he ever prosecuted. And he had really big things coming up, and he just quit. He did. So, and now that I look back, things that really has happened, I mean, that's when I can say, yeah, I probably was targeted all my life. But y'all can see why, with this story that I'm telling you, is why I thought maybe they're the ones that could have put me on this. I mean, this was when I was still trying to figure it out. Okay, back to the present. Well, right after that, y'all, I started. I knew I was not crazy. Okay, I knew it. I was having like tingling in my ears, going to the bathroom constantly. It felt like I would just be hit with something. And you guys, I could be standing right next to people and they wouldn't feel nothing. And I'm like, you know what, please. Okay. What the hell? I'm not crazy. And I know what I'm feeling. Because some of my hair started falling out. The burning on the head, just the muscles. Jasmine, just a second. Okay. Well, I don't know if the women there, y'all, well, the women may understand. Sister, you know, like when you get old, you might have a few blood veins in the back of your legs, on your legs.
Yeah.
And if you shave, sometimes you can nick it.
Mm-hmm.
I already told you. I'm sorry. Oops.
I had done that previously one time. Well, this has been probably about 3 months ago. I don't know how any other way to tell you guys. I'm telling you, I was sitting on my bed, okay, 1 minute, and the next minute I was on the floor snoozing. I don't even remember going to sleep, nothing. But what woke me up, and I shared pictures of this, what woke me up is I felt something really wet, guys, on the back of my leg, really sticky wet. And I was trying to wake up, and I felt, and I could feel wetness. I looked down at my pajama leg, and it was covered in blood. Covered. You would have thought, I mean, just covered. And I lifted it up, and if you ever do that, it's like a little fountain. It just spurts. I mean, the blood just squirts everywhere. But I did not know that that's what that was, because I didn't do anything. So we ran up here to the ER. The woman receptionist, guys. Here I am, scared to death. I've got, flowing off of my leg, getting blood everywhere. And she's taking her time. She's licking her finger like that and going through papers and taking her time. And I'm getting really upset. I said, could you please take me back there? Finally, after about, I would say maybe about 5 minutes, finally she takes me in there, okay? There was a man and a woman, ER doctors, that came in. And when they came in, they gave each other that look. And I was like, oh, please, no. Please, no. She looks at me and she goes, well, tell me what happened. And I said, I honestly don't know. And she said, well, yeah, you do. And I said, well, yeah, no, I do not know, lady. I mean, and I know what she was instigating. She was trying to instigate that I was either shooting up, doing drugs or something, which I have never done in my life, ever, and never would. Swear to God. Just really disrespectful. And I told her, I said, well, I've got a Velcro vein back there. And I said, this has happened before when I shaved. I said, but I just woke up and it was like this. And honestly, guys, I do not know how it happened. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand, because it's like I didn't hit it. I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And so they fixed me up. Well, when I'm coming back out, that old receptionist had 6 women in her office cubicle thing, hunched together, and they were talking about me. They were. And I said something sarcastic, because you guys, sometimes, I mean, I really, really try and I take everyone's advice, but sometimes, y'all, it is so hard. I just get so sick of it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. I'm just tired of it. All of the stores around here, every store I go to, especially Walmart, oh my God. I think they breed gang stalkers out of there and deliver them. I do. It really, really bad. Every store around here, every time I go in, you see the hand signals, and they're gaslighting me. And the only time it doesn't happen is if I go to a new place. But you can bet your bottom dollar, before I go back a second time, their attitude has changed about me. And this is what I shared. I made a video about this about 2 weeks ago. I had walked into the gas station to get me something to drink, and there was a customer in front of me, and the woman was extremely nice to him, talking to him. I go up, and she just gives me a hateful look. And she goes, well, this will be like, I don't know, $1.49. And I give her $2, and y'all, she just snatched it as hard as she could out of my hand. It hurt my feelings. I'm very sensitive, and I can cry at the drop of a hat. And I hate that, because, you know, that's showing her that she really upset me. But I turned around and I walked out. And the more and more I was thinking about it, y'all, the more and more madder I was getting. So I thought, you know what? No, I'll be damned. I'm going to go back in there. I want to find out what the hell. Well, when I walk in, I said, can I please have the name and number of your manager or the owner? She goes, I am the manager. And I said, well, I just wanted to talk to you. Don't understand why you're being so disrespectful to me and treating me like that. And she goes, you better get your ass out of here. I'm going to call the police. She says, I know all about you. Every time you come in here, you can't hardly stand up. You do drugs. And I'm like, say what? What did you just say? And she repeated it. And I said, well, let me tell you something. Number one, I record everywhere I go, audio and video. So if you want to sit down and accuse me, let's go through your videos and mine. And I said, number two, I said, that is an absolute lie. I said, you're slandering my name. And I said, you people are going to prison. I said, do you understand people are dying because of this? They're dying. It's not a joke. So I found out, apparently, y'all, what one rumor is going around about me. And supposedly, and you know, with what happened at the hospital, supposedly I shoot up. I don't know what it is I'm supposed to be shooting up. And I do drugs constantly. So I know that's not the only rumor, but at least I did find one. And that's when I came home and made the video, and I was so upset. But you guys, basically, it's destroyed my life. After my husband divorced me, I had known Todd on Facebook for years and years and years. And we gradually fell in love. And we talked on the phone every night, and it was a Sunday evening, and he was driving up Monday morning to come and pick me up. I hadn't heard from him. I tried. I bet I tried to call him 500 times. Called everyone I knew that he knew. I could not find out anything. Well, I called the police. And now, if I have to say one thing nice about the cops, at least they did do this, okay? But this was in Utah. I sent the police out and I said, please, can you check on him? Something's not right, because we talked and he was supposed to come down here. Well, they called me and they said, they described a car, and I said, yes, that's his. And they said, well, the door's locked. Well, they called me back and they said, the door's locked. And I said, kick the damn thing in if you have to. Something's wrong. About 45 minutes, sorry. About 45 minutes later, he called me and he said, is this Cynthia Perkins? Because I was Perkins Burns. I said, yes. And he said, well, ma'am, I wanted to let you know we found him. And I was like, thank God, where is that? And he said, you don't understand. He's not here. He's gone. And I wasn't comprehending it, y'all. And I said, what do you mean? Where did he go to? And he said, honey, I'm sorry. He's dead. He's dead.
Damn.
If y'all, I go under Cynthia Burns in Facebook, and if y'all ever go back, you can look back to where I shared this. This was 2 years ago. Yeah, well, almost 3 years ago. After that, everything blacked out, you guys. That was the day that I was moving out of my house. I lost everything, because when my husband left, he didn't give any money to help me. I mean, he just literally just left. I lost my house, my car, my pit. Todd had just died. He was coming to pick me up. We were going to go to the Grand Canyon, and because he had proposed to me and I accepted. So I get over that very hard. And then there was one other. His name was Wayne. I had been friends with him on Facebook for a long time. And you guys, I'm not saying this to sound big, hot shot. No, I'm just telling you the truth. This man loved me, you guys. He loved me so much. He would have done everything. Cards, 2 and 3 cards a week. He paid my cell phone. He lived in Connecticut. You guys, probably about 8 months ago, I started sharing with him about what was going on, because I had to talk to someone. I had to. It was like everyone was avoiding me. It was like the people who did want to have contact with me, you could tell that it was fake. And I don't know about this mind control thing, you guys. I really don't. But I'm telling you, if it exists, it happened to him, because literally, you guys, overnight, and again, I hate to keep saying this, but because some sounds so unbelievable, but if you go back when we were talking on Facebook, he just said the most wonderful, nicest things, and literally, you guys, almost overnight. And I remember the night that it happened. I was talking to him, and he was being real quiet, and I'm like, "Are you listening to me?" And he goes, "Yeah." What'd you say? I was like, "Are you?" I'm still kind of speechless. I was like, did I just hear what I thought that I heard? Because by then I started learning the hand signals. They cough and do all this. And I was so upset, you guys, I hung up. But I texted him, and I did. I told a lie. I said, my phone died. I'm really sorry. I'll call you back, or can you call me back? Do you guys know that he never even read that last message? And to this day, I never heard back from him. And he's on Facebook.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry
please,
to interrupt.
anytime, yeah.
Just real quick. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. This is what we need. This is therapeutic. Very good. I was gonna say, they trying to block one of the person that I screened today to get on live and strengthen y'all.
Yes.
You can get that. No, you can continue. Since I just want to interrupt real quick.
Oh, okay. And you guys, I apologize if I'm talking too fast, too loud.
No, you're fine.
Too long.
You're doing good. Hey, Cynthia, I sent you a Facebook request. My name is Will. If you see one, come in.
Thank you, Will. Yes, I will. You guys, I appreciate this so much, because I'm lonely.
You got us.
Yeah, I'm lonely too. I got
right
nobody.
Here.
Hit me up on Facebook.
Right here.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Damn it. I'm lonely. I'm scared. Every family member's house that I go visit, I'm attacked over there. The neighbors, they shoot these things at me, and I scared of that. When I'm in my car driving, they shoot this shit at me and it causes my doors to unlock and lock over and over. I can't get I can't, as far as a boyfriend, I might as well just forget about that. I mean, they're not going to let that happen. I have no friends, family members that I would have never thought in a million years. They're distancing themselves.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
guys,
definitely
why?
feel that.
Because I am.
It's gonna get better. I mean, every day I feel like I
Almost.
want to die when I get up out of bed. I mean, I have to push myself to go to work. I feel like I just want
Yes,
to end it.
Yeah.
yes, and last night was horrible. I made a video early
It
this
gets
morning. It was
bad.
so bad, you guys. They hit me so hard.
We
I
feel you.
still am
We
at
feel
my
you
parents'.
100%.
Huh?
We feel you 100%. I'm going through the same shit.
I am so sorry. I am. I still at my parents'. You know, this is ridiculous, you guys. I'm 56 years old and I'm living with my mommy and daddy. They're taking care of me. I should be taking care of
I'm
them.
the same way. I live at my dad's. They forced my business out of business. I'm back at my dad's house.
Oh, I
Don't
understand
laugh.
how it feels. Yes. I mean, it's like we should be taking care of them, right?
Exactly.
You guys, I can't even
We
buy
can't.
my grandkids a ice cream cone because
I'm lucky to make it to work.
Huh?
I'm lucky to make it to work each day. I barely can push myself to get out of bed.
Well, I
It's
can't
a
even get a
struggle.
job. And when I do, I'm bullied out of it. I worked at Oklahoma City National Airport, which unfortunately, guys, yeah, I live not too far from the airport. And they actually hired a dude to fill my position while I was still there.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
Planes every night, drones every night hovering over me. And, you know, it is, I think it is unbelievable, guys. I mean, if someone came up to me and said that they're being shot with invisible weapons, and I'm standing right next to them, I thought that they were, I would think they were nuts, absolutely bonkers. But it's the truth. It's the honest to God truth. And they're just controlling everything. And I thank you guys. This is so hard because I can't talk to my family about this.
I know. I can't either. Nobody can. They think we're nuts.
No. Right,
Guys,
right.
they're trying to force me out. They are, because everything, you guys, is starting to break. Tires, dishwasher, microwave, washer and dryer, and I know what it is. They're trying to get me out. And
They're trying to rattle you. They're trying to rattle you and wear you down.
I'm
That's
just
what they
sick
do.
of it, y'all. I'm just tired of being hurt constantly. I'm sorry.
Sorry, y'all. Hey, G-Rock.
What's up? What's up?
More Than a Conqueror is on the phone. I just want to let you know I got him on speaker.
Okay.
Oh,
We're gonna let Cynthia finish up.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Someone else go.
Okay.
I'm not going to take over. Y'all talk too.
Okay. What's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome to Testimony Tuesday, man. We letting it out tonight. You know, I've been running these about 4 or 5 weeks. Well, I got missed a week, but first time people actually jumped on, shared the story, and let it out. Because, you know, like she said, man, we go to talking to somebody about this, they think we crazy,
Lock us up.
losing them,
Got a key.
and it's real.
It is.
I feel your pain, Cynthia. I feel it 110%. I'm going through the same shit.
It's so horrible. I know. I mean, I know. And
you hear him?
I see that
The one that you hear him when he talks.
Go ahead, go ahead, let him speak.
Yeah, can you hear me?
A little bit. Can you turn your phone up a little bit, something else?
Okay, say something.
What is the volume like now?
It's still low.
Is it better?
I might have to put my headphones on. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, it's real low.
No, let me see.
Thanks for coming on, Cynthia.
Sure.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn these headphones on.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. They trying to, right now, they trying to intimidate me, I guess. Whatever they're trying to do. The bus driver was in on it too, so pretty crazy. You know, got the boo walk. All strength in the most high and the higher. Ooh.
Okay, let's see if that works.
All right, what about now?
Can you hear now?
Yeah, I can hear him. Just put a speaker up to your microphone, or there you go.
Yeah, but now he can't hear. So hold on. I gotta figure something out.
No,
Man, they done messed it up.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to hear you with the headphones on. So hold on. I wish I could.
we could just let him. You know, let's say if it don't work, we could just let him give his separate testimony. That'd be fine.
I'm about to try to. I wish I could figure out where my mic is at actually on my computer, and then I can just hold it up to where the mic is at. Hold on. I gotta do some investigating real quick.
Yeah, I would sit down.
Normally the mic is close by the camera. That'll be a small hole.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to try that. Hold on.
I had to try to sit down so I can see what's going on the chat.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Is that any better? Say
Yeah,
something.
is it better, Zero?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, they kept blocking you from getting on your channel, bro, so I just wanted you to know they do get your channel hacked or infiltrated, whatever it is that they do. You know what I mean? But wanted to get on and let people know what we're dealing with is hired mercenaries. You know, most of them have military training, and those that don't have military training are probably associated with private security corporations. Now, this is stuff that people got to learn. The majority of folks have no idea why they're so organized and they're attached. The majority of the victims are just ordinary citizens with no military background. Those with military background, they understand exactly what's going on. They follow a 6-step protocol observation. That's called reconnaissance, where they collect data. They're watching you. That's the covert part. You don't know that they're doing it, but they're already checking your phones, going through your trash, setting up bugs in your home, in your car, surveillancing you. The next step is infiltration. They will put plants, agents that work for them in different locations. They've already mapped your routes, your daily routes. That's why it's very good not to stick with the same route, change things up from time to time. So you'll come to your everyday grocery store and there'll be a new cashier. Or, you'll go to the bank and there'll be a new accountant or banker there. And they're actually planted there for the purposes of carrying out these military procedures. So infiltration is the next one. Number 3 is manipulation. They're going to lie to everyone because they utilize false investigations to conduct their surveillance and harassment counterintelligence program. So observation, infiltration, manipulation, then they start with intimidation. That's when you start getting towards here with directed entry weapons, remote neural monitoring, voice to skull, and so forth, because it is human trafficking. A lot of people, they don't realize it's being off the victim. After the intimidation, those observation, infiltration, manipulation, intimidation, domination. So if they can convert targeted individual into becoming like gang stalker, they'll do that because that person is now control. They're going to dominate where they go, what they say to these people. A lot of your everyday perks, if you look at them, they're cowards. You see what I'm saying? And so they've been converted into becoming a gang stalker, like your everyday, average Joe. And then elimination is the last process because they don't want their clients to get out to the public light. And we saw that with the 2013 Edward Snowden case from the NSA when they actually hired him to be a contractor. But they didn't know his brother was smart, and he collected enough information and then he blew the whistle on the prison program. But that's what we're dealing with is hired mercenaries. These people are psychopaths. They come back from the United States military. Maybe they were former law enforcement. And the big thing right now is private security corporations like Blackwater. That's one that that was caught up in the operation, Iraq scandal where Blackwater went up in there and it was not under admiral law nor constitutional law. They basically done whatever they want to and they had judicial immunity. These are hired mercenaries. Now, Everguard and all the others, they operate the same way, only except they're doing it on domestic soil. Corporations trade on Wall Street. So if you start looking up these corporations that are trading on Wall Street, you follow a pattern and realize the profit that they've gained would possibly get a class action lawsuit because the end goal is to be rectified for the crimes that have been committed against us. You know what I mean? Former law enforcement is easy to recruit because they've had, former training. Military is easy to recruit because they're basically brainwashed. They don't have enough money for the programs that they need after they get out of the military to deprogram them so they make them feel mentally as if they're still in a state of war. And then they lie to them about us and have them conduct these, inhumane programs. And that's what we're dealing with. Was able to hear me, Smith, y'all?
Yeah, you're still. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that's basically what we're dealing with. What everybody needs to do is Google their local American Legion or Veterans Association. It's called the U.S. Veterans Association, but the name you'll find it under would be American Legion, LEGION. That's the Veterans Association. There's one in every substantial town and city. And when you see those plates that say EZ or disabled vet or whatever, Marine, Air Force, they're associated with that organization. Call them up and ask them, why are they gang stalking you? Take pictures of the license plate and go up there and tell them this is, unconstitutional and you're going to press charges collectively against them. That's one of the organizations. Everguard got a list of them. But these are counterintelligence programs, and of course, the CIA division.
What's up, man? I see you walking up with your hand in your pocket. I didn't know what was going on.
None.
Yeah. It's all good. Sorry for interrupting.
Yep.
I'm kind of cold. I was
What's up, brother?
at you like you pressed out. You're good,
I didn't hear you. What you say?
Because I'm cold. Man,
Yeah, we can hear you.
this guy's geared up pretty
Being
good.
interrupted
That's
right
why I
now.
was looking at you like, man.
Yeah, I had it. I thought I got, yeah. But I'm on this, go ahead. Repeat that, what you said, brother. Is he on there? Can you hear me?
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
He said, repeat what you just said before.
Yeah, I was telling all the TIs to Google the American Legion in their city, their town, and call them up tomorrow morning and ask them why are they gang stalking you? Because I can guarantee a lot of the tags that they see on the mobile patrols have, disabled vets or Marine, U.S. Army, or whatever the case may be. And Intelligence Agency. That's the Military Intelligence Unit. That's who is underneath the
Sorry.
NDAA, like the money being diverse to these different smaller.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely got a. I'm sorry, I wouldn't mean to interrupt you, bro. You definitely right about that. They definitely getting paid.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting paid.
It's a money scheme, man. Okay, the U.S. spend more money on defense than infrastructure, education, healthcare, you name it. So you can look up the fiscal defense budget and just pull it up on Google, whatever. And it's divided into two parts. You have foreign defense, domestic defense. What they're doing is they're misappropriating the funds from the domestic defense budget, right? So it's billions of dollars being allotted to private security corporations who use the FICA court. They throw people's names randomly on lists, and it can be anything. If you work for a big corporation, they're associated with the fusion centers, and then they have the money to hire these mercenary groups, which are like private investigative, whatever, PI, for their employees. They also have legislation that make it appear to be legal, you know, so they might have like a threat assessment. Those 9/11 things got real crazy. So they may have placed you underneath a threat assessment or psychological assessment. They always use those things. You could possibly be a terrorist, or you could possibly be crazy. You know what I mean? And that always flies. That gets everybody like on the FICA court watch list, which nobody gets to get the opportunity to actually have a visual copy of whose name is in there. But one thing that PIs can do is go pull up their FOIA. That's the Freedom of Information Act, which means that any public information or current investigations on you have to be released unless it's ongoing. And once you fill out that form, it'll come back inconclusive, or they'll see something like, we're not able to release that information to you right now. What that means is you're being gang stalked and you have evidence of it. You know, if your name is clear before you, then you probably don't have much to worry about outside of any Masons or, you know, cults or whatever. That's what we're dealing with. And I'm hoping that everybody, you know, take the initiative to, you know, approach these mercenary criminals, and we can all come together in order to get some retribution, because they are pure evil, and payback is a must.
Right. Some targeted individuals, they just deal with it on a day to day. Me, myself personally, I'm, you know, seeing how it's affecting my life, man. I mean, they're totally destroying my life. It's like, man, all I got to fight back is YouTube, you know, and trying to spread the word, you know. But, you know, for people to come together, that is what we need, for sure. But this is crazy, man. I mean, my life wasn't the best, but I mean, it wasn't like this, you know.
Yeah, they consider it, they call it a life disruption program in order to neutralize any threat or distances or whistleblowers. The same thing as the counterintelligence program that was launched in the 1960s and 70s, only except it's 2021, and they have directed energy weapons, radars, ways to infiltrate all your devices. It's a whole lot more high tech and steady versus what they had back in the, you know, 1960s. So that's what we're dealing with. You know, somebody identifies you as a threat. Maybe they was intimidated by your intellect. You seem to be a very smart brother, and you said something, and all of a sudden the devil got busy. You know what I mean? You felt as if you were going to be a threat in their establishment of a one world government, whatever it is that they're trying to do. You know what I mean? So,
Right. I just don't see how regular, normal people are a threat to a government entity with massive military. I mean, and technology and whatever else. This is just absolutely. It's unnecessary to me to do this to anybody, unless someone's trying to get revenge on a person. Everybody's situation's different. I don't. Revenge for hire. They got all this type of stuff out here, but I know I'm getting pretty sick of this type of living. Not really paranoid or nothing, but what'd you say?
I said it is spiritual too, so you got to understand the spirit that's operating through them. They are, underneath the satanic hive mind control. So I mean, Ephesians 6:2 against blood.
Hold on. You said I'm broken up.
Also,
Hold on, they can't hear you that well.
It's broken. It was breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I heard what you said. You say the spirit's going through. The spirit's running through us, and they're running through the spirits to get to us.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not just physical; it's spiritual as well. So Ephesians 6:12 lets us know, we're not just wrestling against that gang-stalking flesh and blood, but it's the wicked spiritual darkness that is motivating them to participate in these criminal activities, because it is criminal, inhumane, and much more.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, man. And I feel sometimes it's spiritual, but you got your own people doing it to you, and strangers and all this. It gets crazy sometimes, man. People you don't even know, never seen a day in your life. I never seen none of these people a day in my life.
It feels like it's about 10 against 1. You're against 10 other people. That's how I feel.
Right. I've never seen this a day in my life ever. Just strangers just harassing and stalking a person they never seen, never met. And because I'm in Columbus, Ohio right now, and I've never been to this city in my life, and I'm getting stalked. Like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. And I just never knew that this would be my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out for me and probably for other people, what's the solution?
Exactly.
What's the solution
Every
to
day,
this?
the same shit. I'm tired of it.
What's the solution?
It's like one day it goes good, and next day's okay. Then all of a sudden, boom, and they nail you.
Right. All kinds of harassment, man.
One of the solutions is where there's unity, there's strength. They spend a lot of effort in keeping targeted individuals isolated for a reason, because they know where there's unity, there's strength. They will infiltrate in order to cause distrust issues. That'll force the targeted individual to isolate themselves. But if we can ever, organize enough, then, we'll be a force to be reckoned with, and they know that. Because if you look in history, every empire that, went on the AWOL, on the red, it was an organization amongst the oppressed that turned the situation around. And that's what we got to start working on is we know that they got YouTube and Google, because that's pretty much Silicon Valley, Bill Gates playground right there. But we got to start finding ways to reach out to one another, contact, build trust, weed out the infiltrators, and then organize, and move on forward from there. I think that's the first step, is coming together. Everything else probably will work itself out.
That's the first start. I made an attempt at doing it, and I perceived that guy to be a perp, which is other people have agreed with me, and that's what makes it hard, because you got so many infiltrators inside of this targeted community, and it's you can tell who is who though. That's why I put that video up. You could tell these fake ones. You know, you can only act so long before the true you comes
You
out.
just see there's no pain on their face like that video. There's no pain. The guy's not going through shit.
So hey, that's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. And that's not going to deter me from continuing to meet other real targeted individuals, and you know what I'm saying, us coming together as far as supporting each other. Now, as far as legally, we have to be able to prove so much of this stuff, and I know a lot of us have evidence. I have a lot of evidence of it myself. But like you said, like she said earlier, as soon as you call the cops, they come. You need to go to the
They're
medical
gonna lock
facility.
you up. Exactly. They're gonna
You need
lock
to
you
go
up.
to
That's
the
why I don't
to the
follow.
behavioral health center.
Exactly.
You go to court now.
Time you want me to go to the freaking mental hospital?
All we have is us. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Our individual family.
You
That's
go
it.
to the court. You go to the court to talk to the judge. Unless you're going to the Supreme Court, hopefully they're not compromised, but they probably are. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to say it's no hope. I think there's hope. Definitely strength in numbers for sure.
There's
More
so
than
many
one.
communities out there. There's so many of these TI communities, and they're not all coming together. They're all in their own direction. If everybody would come together.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen them go to the Senate. I know pretty much everybody probably seen that video where they were just standing up one after another, talking to the Senate about it. There have been people that have won in court, but you know, I'm not giving up hope. You know, this we gotta have a solution. It's just out of hand, man. You can't live a normal life.
Well, I, I, I was thinking about it and just, um, trying to figure out what would be the purpose of that, because, profit is one thing, and that's a big motivator. I know that's one reason why they do it. They're playing just pure evil. That's another reason why. But I truly believe what they're wanting to do is start a war in America. Because if you divide the citizens, you see what I'm saying? The same way that Adolf Hitler did, then eventually what's going to happen is that there's going to be warfare, because you can only oppress people for so long. You know what I mean? I'm one of the most passive, kind-hearted guys in the world. But, even if you push a poodle into a corner, it's going to come out biting sooner or later. And they know that. I think they're just trying to apply enough pressure to the TIs where, we respond like unfortunately, some of the news highlights have shown, where, you have these mass shootings or something crazy happen, and the Most High forbid that be the case for any of us. I'm praying that don't be the case. But I think they're trying to do is set the storyline for 24/7 lockdown, martial law. Everybody's quarantined. Even the gang stalkers, they're going to have their rights provoked. Yeah. Targeted individuals.
And you know what? I would like to touch on that, if you don't mind, real quick.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. I've heard this before. Now, basically the gang stalkers are basically kind of like, or they are confidential informants. You know what I'm saying? And what I heard from a law enforcement officer's mouth say, they don't, if those people will turn on their friends or their family members, they don't even like them and trust them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the police don't even like them people because they sellouts. You sell your own mama, your daddy out, your sister out. How can you trust that you gonna rock with us? How can we trust that you gonna rock with us and you sold your own brother out? You know what I mean? Your flesh and blood.
And what they don't know is they're being tracked, traced, and monitored. They being tracked, traced, and monitored, surveilled, and intimidated just like we are. That's what keeps them in line. It's the constant intimidation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the way I know they're being tracked, traced, well, we all know show up. They got to be being tracked, traced at all times as well. So everybody's losing their constitutional rights. Unfortunately, gang stalkers are so dumb or either cowardly that, they don't realize it, or they're not courageous enough to stand up and go, I don't care. You can try to lock me up. You can try to shoot me, whatever it is. But you ain't taking my freedom. You ain't taking my heart. I was born free, and I'm willing to die that way. You know what I mean? I would rather die as a king than live as a slave any day of the week. You know what I mean? And I think that's the difference between TIs and gang stalkers is the majority of TIs that I know, they think different. Talking about the real ones. They think different. They outside of the box. Their eyes are open. They're brave. They love. You know what I mean? They everything that gang stalkers wish they were. That's why company envy plays a motivated part as well. They look at you and you might be homeless. I've been homeless for a while, but they look at you and they wish they could be you. They wish they was brave enough to do what we do. Unfortunately, they're not. So, here's what it
is. That's unfortunate, man. My own family conversation too. Cynthia, if you're still watching, we've seen our family fall victim to this program. Turn on us, but we still standing strong though. Like even though a lot of us are homeless, a lot of us are houses is broken into, we still standing, man, strong and still rocking. You know what I mean? They laugh at us and they're doing all this laughing, but at the same time, we didn't sell our soul. We didn't sell out.
We're still pushing.
Yep.
Sell out for what? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been in trouble with the law. You know what I'm saying? They put me in that room. They said, "Hey man, look here, man. Give me something, man. Give me something. We'll make this go away." I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Take me back in that cell. What you talking about, man? I did this. I'm gonna stand on my own. This is what I did. Why somebody else gotta? What is it? What did I used to say? My saying? Why you gonna make my life hell so you won't have to see a cell?
There you go.
I'd rather just, it's happened to me twice. They pull you in that room. I guarantee anybody who's been in trouble, they pull you in that room and they ask you, give us something. Tell me something. Join this program. Now they pull him in there. You're going to have to get in this program. You facing 10 years, buddy. You're going to have to start now.
And they never get out. They never get out because once they know too much, you think they can let them out.
Oh,
no, man, it's like being in the mafia. You know what I mean? Like you don't get out of the mafia. You just die out, and that's basically their operations, man. They're very criminal minded, and that's what we're dealing with. Whether they got a badge, a uniform, a mansion, that don't matter, man. I look through that, and I'm looking at their mind and their heart. They got corrupt minds and really dark, dirty heart, and that's what TIs need to start doing. I don't respect them. You know what I mean? I guess they give me the worst harassment because I talk to them like I'm talking now, where they can understand and comprehend the words that are coming out of my mouth. But I let them know exactly what they are. They're low lights, and I can't respect them. I don't care if they come with a badge. I know my rights. I'm not breaking any laws. No, I'm not. And if anybody gets arrested, it'll be arrested. That's what I tell them.
Exactly.
I pair of handcuffs just in case I need to do a citizen arrest or one of these dirty law enforcement or something. And that's what we got to start doing. It's not just knowing our rights, but willing to, stand on the rights that we have. And if they're not going to honor and respect our livelihood and humanity, then we got to do it for ourselves. Man, respect.
Man, we got just as much right to be here as they do, man.
Yep.
They hide behind the screen. We're in the front lines. They'd be hiding.
Man. I want to give you the update on that cop situation, on that police video. And that's standing up for your rights. Because if I handed him over, I'm giving all my rights over. Next thing you know, I'm getting booked, stuffed in the car, and I have to make a call, get some bond money down here. Because I didn't just gave in to him. I'm like, hold on, man, you can't just be asking me that. So I decided I'm not gonna sue them people. I'm not gonna even pursue it. I'm just gonna leave it where it's gonna be, man. You know what I'm saying?
You did a great job though, because you recorded it, and then you know what I mean, you let the world see it, so people know what's going on behind the scenes. Now, if you had said that to somebody, they would have just denied it and said you were crazy, delusional, possibly schizophrenic or bipolar, and people would have believed it. But by you uploading that video, it's like hardcore evidence. I'm sitting in a restaurant, they walked up on me, harassing me, I hadn't broken any laws, you know what I mean? And now the world see it for what it is. And I think that was a great approach, brother. My hat's off to you, because you done a well job. You know,
They gang stalked me crazy.
They didn't want you filming either. I heard that. They didn't want you filming.
Oh, I have every right to film, man.
Oh, I know. I heard you.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. We got to know our rights, man. We got the right of, what is it? The pursuit of happiness, liberty, peace, and happiness. I forgot how it goes. It's in the Constitution. You know what I'm talking about. And it ain't looking like too much liberty. Yeah. Yeah, right in the pursuit. Yeah. Pursuit of happiness, man. Because you know, I never fought in no war, but my father did. You know what I'm saying? He went over and fought for this country, and I don't understand how what I'm getting stalked by corrupt third-party agencies, law enforcement, corrupt, all this corruption for nothing, man. If I'm guilty of anything, put me in jail, lock me up there. That's how I go. But all this stalking and all that, that's extra. It's too extra, man. Ain't nobody no terrorist. What stash of weapons? What's this I got? Where it's at? Find it. They can't.
The biggest portion of it is psychological, because they do hire like teams of, you know, psychologists and sociologists in order to, you know, do what they do. It basically dates back to the Nazi German MK Ultra monarch programs and Hitler's counterintelligence program. Think about what he would do, you know, pulling people out in the community with the military, putting them on their knees and, you know, just shooting them in their forehead right in front of all their neighbors and their family. And that basically was like a fear tactic incentive psychologically to coerce the neighbors and family to cooperate, you know, without question. It's the exact same thing when they're sitting back and they're on some sort of monitor or whatever the case may be, or look app, and they're airing us being hit with directed energy weapons and us feeling agony and pain. It's an incentive or a fear tactic psychologically to coerce the gang stalkers to keep doing what they're doing and never turn the code on a program. You see what I'm saying? Because they hit people from weapons all night long last night. But I don't play into it. You see what I'm saying? The Most High have blessed me to live through this for 10 years. You know, lost my wife through this. My son had a stroke because of this program, and I'm still here pushing forward. So, you know, we some strong people, I'll tell you like that. You know, to be outside like you are in your camp or whatever that thing is, and still doing this work, it just shows me how strong you are. And I'm not familiar with all the TIs, but every last real one that I've seen or met, I mean, they are just very strong and inspire you to keep going. And when we're dealing with some weak cowards, they can't tell you how they feel to your face. But what they do is they go behind closed doors. You know, they got access to military weapons, and they hit you indirectly, or they poison you, or they you. And they conduct psychological warfare, which may come in the form of threats, blackmails, slander, vandalism, baiting, mimicking, street theater. We've all, you know, experienced it where they block you off, cut you off, invade your personal space, do all kind of weird stuff, coughing, stretching their head or their butt, whatever it is that they do. And it's all looking at you psychologically, and basically depopulate the American citizenry indirectly. Because if somebody died from a heart attack, who's going to have forensic evidence of the microwave weapon and the cause? That's the reason why I say what we need to do is, instead of like going through the system, we need to just come together, go out in the middle of nowhere, and start building courthouses and prisons. And when they ask us what we're doing, we just tell them we're getting ready to charge every last one of you in our courts, and we're going to lock you up in our prisons because you're criminals. And we're not going to you because you're not going to lock yourselves up, so we're going to do it for you. And I think that might be the only logical answer. You know, I know it's not realistic, but that would be preferable if we could do something like that, lock them up. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah. It's definitely some crimes on humanity. What do you call that? Crimes on humanity. That's crazy. War crime, whatever I forgot what you call that. That's what it is, man. Definitely. Somebody need to be held accountable.
Yeah, look up the Blackwater scandal, Blackwater Security Corporation, and man, what they were doing over there in Iraq, you know, blindfolding victims, they was raping, pissing on people, doing all kind of evil stuff. You know what I mean? And it leaked out. Somebody had a heart. They videotaped it and showed what they were doing. They were shocking people, hitting them with directed energy weapons, the voice to skull weapon. That date all the way back to Desert Storm. You know, they use the voice to skull weapon. So when people say if you're hearing voices, you're crazy, you just pull up all the public files on Operation Desert Storm when when the military first started using voice to skull weapons. So you let them know, you know, well, the military have it in their documentations. I can't be that crazy because the technology do exist, even if you don't know about it. You see what I'm saying? So educating ourselves is a defense too.
Man, them direct energy weapons, man. I remember. I think they're kind of trying to hit me with one right now. I'm not sure though. But it ain't no joke, man. That's crazy. Oh yeah, you know, I know. They was lighting me up at that Honey Pot's house, boy. When my mama pulled out the direct energy on me, I knew it was over.
Remember that? Yep.
I was like, damn. I was like, man, really? Really? Oh man, I was flabbergasted. It was absolutely crazy, man. Could not believe that.
Imagine what kind of intimidation factor that is to have a mother torture her own son because of fear of what might happen to her if she don't comply.
Yep.
Imagine what she probably know that you don't know. You know, that's the question that needs to be asked. Like, what is it that your mother knows that you don't know?
Exactly.
Because you can practically grab one of these gang stalkers and choke them, and they won't tell you what's going on. You know, and that just lets me know that they really do fear that deep state system, because they know the FBI's in on it, CIA, DIA, NSA, you know, police are in on it. Over 1 million subcontractees and the private security corporations. They realize how vast this New World Order program is, and how many people are on it. But I'm like this. I'm a line. I don't care if it's a million hyenas. I'm running straight into the middle of the battle. You know what I mean? So that's just what that be.
Yeah.
So I got a question though. How do you deal with like the street theater? You know, when they're trying to, do street theater on you.
I look at body language. I observe body language, and I observe uniqueness to the situation, relevance to the situation, and I just observe normal people's actions versus people that are acting actions. And then I also did read a couple books on how to read people's body language when they're lying, when they're being deceitful. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that I had to educate myself on so I could know when a skit's being ran on me and when it's not. At first, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't good at it, but now I can kind of catch on when it's popping off. I still, but yeah, with me trying to be on YouTube and trying to just fight back, that's all I got, man. I got to let go of some of the, I guess you would say, apprehension to be in contact with just people. I used to just be in my shell. I just didn't talk to nobody, even stranger. I'm like, man, now I kind of talk to a stranger. You know what I mean? They ask me questions and we just have a normal conversation, you know. And I believe that once they seen that, they like, okay, we found a weakness. Now we can get, infiltrate. So they try to run a lot of skits on me, man, with the guns being pulled out on me. They done a lot, man. They done a lot, but all praise to the Most High, man. I didn't fall for it. I didn't give in to it. And I hope it continues that way, man, for real.
That's commendable, brother. And I'm hoping that, your listening audience paid attention because that right there is big. Being aware, but not being intimidated or, without a game plan. So, like going in there and realizing, okay, this is the way they operate in psychological warfare and counteracting that the way that you do. That's the best approach. That's the wisdom of the Most High Yah, in action. And I think if we all address that, it's not going to have any effect. And once the enemy loses their psychological effect over their victim, then that's half the battle for us. And so the next step would be, coming together and trying to educate the minds of those that can be converted to come over and say, hey, look, you don't have to be intimidated. You don't have to live in fear. I know they're tracking you or whatever it is that they do to these gang stalkers. You can come to the community. We don't have much. But one thing that I do love about the targeted individual community, being a part of it, is, man, we have hearts. You see what I'm saying? And I would rather be in the mix of people that have humanistic behavior. They empathize. They sympathize. They're just basic human beings. Good human beings. I would rather be around a lot of them that may not have much, but have a big heart that's willing to offer what we need, which is love, compassion, somebody that care and can relate and things of that nature, than to be in a pack of people that every single day they wake up in the morning. Their goal is to destroy somebody else's life. Can't make no friendships. Can't trust nobody in the community like that. So one thing that I've rationalized is the gang stalking organization isn't going to last long because there's no trust. There's no trust. There ain't no bonds being built. You see what I'm saying? All of them are wicked and evil. And if they'll do it to me or to you, they'll do it to them too. You see what I'm saying? So they're just one step away from being the next wolf in the pack with that broken leg that all the other wolves just jump on because it's just too weak to survive the savageness. That's pretty much what we're dealing with. If we step back, they'll destroy themselves. But that's taking too long. That's why I say we should take an initiative. You know, they're already destroying themselves. They're already turning on each other. They already don't trust one another. You can just know that off top. But
oh yeah, for sure, for
I'm
sure.
going to have to get off this phone because there's some weirdos pulling up beside me, and I don't like it. I'm distracted, right now, and they're probably trying to do something weird. So
Okay, yeah, you gotta get on your P's and Q's. And it's sad. One thing I'm gonna say something real quick for somebody else wants to say something. What's crazy is if you don't develop military skills in this fight for your sanity, or you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know, that's when you suffer. You have to be trained to be able, like you said, to observe, to perceive the threat, understand what's going on, and you know, execute and do what you need to do to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Be mentally safe, having spiritual fitness. You know what I'm saying? They definitely blocked that video, but that's what it's about, man. That's you have to be. You have to be not paranoid. It's not paranoid. It's being aware of everything that's going on.
Vigilant. You gotta be vigilant.
Yes, you have to be very vigilant. Today they tried to run street theater on me. I'm sitting at the bus stop. A black truck does a U-turn in the middle of the street and acts as if it's, you know what I'm saying, it's about to go down. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, and then come past me. But you know, not having that fear, not being afraid not saying that you ask for it, but you have to be right with the Most High, whoever you believe in. Every day when you walk, you know what I mean. I live every day like it's my last. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Same
how
here.
I live.
You may not wake up tomorrow. I hear you.
I don't live like, oh yeah, I'll just go do this tomorrow. I'll go do that tomorrow. I live every day like I'm my last. I try to be peaceful with people. You know what I'm saying? I got into it with a gang stalker earlier, but other than that, I wasn't trying to get into it with him. I just asked if he would be watching me, and he got upset. But you know, if we still even in that situation, I'm able to let them know, hey, this is how I feel. I've been having people watching me, organized harassment, gang stalking. No, I didn't say you were gay. I said gang stalking. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's how it went for me, man. But yeah, if anybody else wants to get on tonight, see, I think somebody else wants to get on. I think it's well, yeah, I got to screen the people because I let a stalker on one time, and I promise I'll never do that again. So, you know. But
I gotta cut out about 10 minutes. I'm still at work.
All right, brother.
I gotta make the show.
No, you're good.
I gotta leave at 7. I got 9 more minutes. I gotta head out.
You're good. I appreciate you coming by, showing your support tonight. If you haven't had a chance, please hit the thumbs up on this video. A lot of information in this video. Hopefully it helps somebody out there watching. I know we got perps watching. That's for sure. But I ain't worried about them. I'm saying it's about us tonight.
It's a perp-free zone, as the way I see it.
Probably is. That's every day. Try to be perp-free.
Yeah, the show's real clean tonight. Real clean.
Definitely, man. It's been a blessing, man. It's truly been a blessing to have you guys on tonight. This is the first time I had anybody on like this in the whole time I've been doing Testimony Tuesday, and I surely appreciate it. I want to make one comment though about the guy. He left a comment, said I was trying to slander his boy, the perp or whatever. Man, we all have our own opinions. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. He called me a fraud and all that. I just sit doing it for views. Look, man, you don't have to watch my channel, bro. I didn't slander him and lie on him. I just stated how I felt about him. I felt that he gave off perp vibes, and I felt he's a perp. It's not like I was calling him a sex offender, boo, 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 all that. Now that's some slander. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
all the time.
Right. So
you didn't call him no pedo and all that bullshit.
No, man.
Down
No.
a whole other line.
If you're a gang stalker, you're a gang stalker. I've seen plenty of them. you just another gang stalker. It's no big deal. I mean, it is a
Sound like
big
you
deal.
doxed his address or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right, man. But I just mainly just want to help other TIs while as I help myself. That's my whole motto. As I'm helping myself, I want to help other targeted individuals get through it day to day, man, with these videos and with the lives and all that. So, Cynthia, my heart goes out to you. I don't even know if she's still on here or not.
Yeah, Cynthia, that was a great testimony. If you're listening,
Yes, girl. Oh
Is
my
she
goodness.
still on?
I'm praying for you.
She
It
got
says her,
two.
it says she's on there, but she's muted.
Hold on, she's muted.
Yeah.
she
Oh,
might have muted
unmute.
herself.
Oh, I muted her. Cynthia, you on?
Cynthia, you there? Testing 1, 2, 3. Cynthia, come to the stage.
Yeah.
Can
don't
you
think she's
hear
on.
us?
Also, for the people that want to get on, you have to. I'm sorry. I do apologize. If you have not been screened to get on Testimony Tuesday, you're gonna have to try again next week. My email is sgangstalkers20@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? And that's facts. I'm not letting no more perks on my show. I apologize. So, you see, the floor is still open. We got about 9 more minutes. Anybody else want to come on? I'll probably go for about 2 hours or so. But yeah, next week you gotta get screened, man. I'll let
Can
a
y'all
perk.
hear me?
Oh, you
There
back?
she
Hello?
is. We hear you. We hear you. Cynthia's back. Everybody give
What's
her
up,
Yeah,
Cynthia?
y'all little stinks.
Clap.
Now I know how y'all feel
Virtual.
about me. Uh-huh.
Virtual hug. Virtual hug for Cynthia.
Oh my-
Virtual hug.
I was
Virtual
talking
hug.
to myself. y'all
I
couldn't
had to
hear me. It's
unmute you.
fine.
I
Great
apologize.
testimony though.
I
We
did
thought
not
you
know you
fell
was
asleep.
muted. I apologize.
Oh no, that's okay.
That's
Believe
crazy.
me, you're not the first one that wants to mute me.
No, I don't want to mute. Oh man, no, I don't want to mute you
Great
now.
sense of humor. Great.
Yeah, that's awesome. You gotta laugh
But I
sometime,
wanted to
man.
tell you guys real quick. While I was standing, I'm out in the garage at the back door, and I was listening. The neighbor right behind me was, I don't know what they were using, but it was like red, kind of a beam thing. No, I don't know what it was, but
It could
and
be a
then when I started
laser,
to
a
walk
sound
over there,
device.
they went,
Could be a
"Huh?"
laser sound device, like a listening device.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, dang, yeah, because it disappeared or they ran off or whatever when I started walking by there, but that was really amazing. Thank you guys. I loved. It was
Yeah.
just so nice to be able to talk. I mean, truly, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're
It's lifted
welcome.
my
Every
spirit.
Tuesday, if the Lord's willing, if the Lord is willing, every Tuesday,
Absolutely,
if
yes,
the Lord is willing.
yes,
All praises to the Most High.
yes.
For real.
He has. I know he's brought me through some stuff that I just look back and I'm like, wow, and I apologize if I got weepy or sounded down or anything. It's just sometimes it gets to you, but
It's good
it
to
was
get it
good to
out,
be
though.
able to. Yes,
It
it
really
is.
is good to get it out.
Yes, it
Wait a minute.
absolutely
Where'd
is.
G-Rock go? Oh, there he is.
I think I kicked everybody
For
off.
the future.
Nope, we were still here. You kicked
Okay,
yourself.
good. My bad. It's all staticky. They
Where
can't
did
wait.
G-Rock go? Did he leave the stage?
Come back.
Brandon.
Right here in Stalkerville. Stalkerville, Ohio.
Oh, my.
There's so many stalkers here, I can't believe it.
Yeah, I've been to
Same
Youngstown,
in
Ohio
Oklahoma
before.
City.
You know I got that boot ready.
Don't come to Columbus, Ohio. You will get gang stalked. For sure. It's guaranteed.
Pull that
I
boot
mean, I
out.
could if I had $100, I could almost guarantee you. Guaranteed.
Yep.
Answer me, and now I'm the main one. Yeah, you can. Deborah, you good? You're a moderator. When you're ready to get on, whenever you're ready to come on, you already been past the G-Rock clearance test. I know you're not a perp. If you got that wrench, you automatically in.
Yeah, the wrench is the highest
You
level.
certified. You certified. When I get my stuff together, I'm gonna have special T-shirts made for all the moderators.
Hey now.
You know what I'm saying? Wrenches. You get wrenches and everything with the fringes. Wrenches with the fringes. when I get my
Put
stuff
a
together.
wrench on it.
Oh yeah,
Put
I
that
can
wrench
work.
out.
Oh
So
my goodness.
let me see if Deborah's on. Let me see if Deborah's on.
Deborah.
I'm gonna put the link back up. I'm gonna put the link
Honey, I
back
got
up.
some free.
Hold on, let me put the link back up for you because I know it's. There we go.
For
Link
sure,
it.
Cynthia.
Link is back up.
Hi.
I can
You
have
what,
like
sweetie?
10 people. I can have 10 people on at once too. So
Oh, that's
There
a
we
lot.
everybody's
go.
good.
We can all over talk each other.
That's that.
Like we're doing right now.
Exactly.
That's
It'd be
why I
all,
was muted.
no,
Yeah,
I
four
didn't
is
mean.
not bad, but 10, boy, it's crazy. I've done it.
I wasn't trying to.
No, I know.
That's crazy.
That's funny. That is.
No more locked doors. No more locked doors.
Oh,
Please
what?
open the door. Open the door.
Let me in.
Yeah.
Let me in.
So yeah, whenever you're ready, we're waiting for you. But until then, hopefully everybody's having a blessed night. Oh man, we're getting through it, ain't we?
Yes.
We're
Yes.
getting through it.
Tomorrow's
We're
a new
getting
day. I
through it.
hate getting up in the morning. The morning's a motherfucker. It's a
Hey,
bitch.
Oh,
I'll
that's my
wake
worst.
up. I'll wake up mad every morning. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I'm like, okay, I got another day, and I pray. Like, okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
It's true. Target people. I mean, I am just being as honest as I can be. Are some of the most amazing, kindest, sweetest, compassionate, beautiful, good-looking people there is. I mean, they're just so much empathy, or not empathy, but compassion and
Yes.
loving. And I agree with what he was saying, that we're just the complete opposites. Because I don't know about y'all, but if people could be doing me bad, and I would still, be loving to them and want to help them.
Yep.
Yep, I mean, and tough. I'm telling you, especially for
Yeah.
single women that's homeless out there on their own, and they have these guys driving around in trucks and cars stalking
Oh
them.
my goodness, I know
Man,
all
that I'm
about it.
Yeah, you
telling
feel
you,
defenseless.
Know all
yeah,
about it.
terrible. Just
That gets
I don't
annoying.
understand.
That's frustrating. It's like you can't even just go outside to walk down the street without hunt
Mhm.
pots and stalking and all that. It's
Bullshit. All that
ridiculous.
bullshit.
Hey,
So
sister, do you get the male honeypots?
yes, I do. It's happened right
So
in
do
front of
I,
G
big
Rock.
time.
We all get honey potted.
I be
You
with
know
G
how I
Rock.
felt about that.
Yes, I be with G Rock, and it's had literally happened right in front of him. What, twice in the
Oh
same
my
day?
gosh. Well,
Okay, okay,
what's their
okay,
intention? Are
Deborah.
they trying to? The way I was taking it is they're trying to make me. They're trying to hurt me, showing me something that they're not going to allow me to have. I mean,
Yep.
that's kind of when I see the couples and I mean, what are they trying to debate us when they're doing that?
I
I
think
mean,
it
other than
depends
just
on the person.
insanity.
Because in my situation, I think it kind of like tries to break us up. You know what I mean? Like trying to make it seem like, oh, they're gonna come in and kick him out of the way, or whenever he's got honeypots around him, they're gonna come in and kick me out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Take over.
yeah. They
yeah,
definitely wanted
yep,
me with honeypots. They definitely want me with a honeypot
yeah.
for sure.
They are with me with yeah, everywhere. But and I know that this may sound bad, and I know that this is not our main concern, but at the end of the day, we're all human, and we do get lonely. And I mean, has someone ever thought of maybe a targeting dating app for targets,
Yeah, well,
or is
yeah,
that
there's a
just
couple
down the
people that
road?
are
I've
trying
been
to do
seeing
one.
somebody bring that up.
Well, well,
I mean,
well,
seriously, yeah.
but I mean, that sounds good, but you know it's gonna get infiltrated.
Of
The
course.
perps
Yeah.
will be flying in
I wonder how that could even be possible,
with the perps.
man. I
Oh
think,
no, Sid, she did it again.
yeah, it
Hello.
does. It does. What's up? It does get lonely. It does get real
Yes,
lonely, man. It gets
We ought to
lonely.
have a gathering. You know what I'm saying? Some type of gathering. One
Oh
year
yeah.
gathering. That'd
Oh
be
man.
badass.
TI meetup.
That's
Yeah,
it, a meetup.
that'll be cool. I thought about it, man. Having like it at a hotel, the convention, having a little
You know
room.
how we do it, J-Rock? This is what we do. We do more shows, get some more numbers up there, get more people in here, and then we'll have a donation fund to just that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
that
like a
sounds
great
real
plan.
good.
We should
Have
be
like a
able to
whole.
scrape up enough money in a year.
Yeah. If the Most High is willing, man.
If
We
he
just
is
all
That'd
put
be
a little
awesome.
bit here and there, and then we can get that hotel.
Exactly. And then have the little convention room, have some guest speakers.
There you go.
You
That's how we
know,
do it.
that'd be pretty cool.
That's the dream. That's the dream right there.
Ain't nobody meeting up in the woods. Ain't gonna be no, we not going to the woods and none of that. I'm not doing none of that.
No, we're not going to no woods. We've already
That's a
discussed
joke.
this.
That's a joke. That's a
The
joke.
wood.
Stay out
Nah.
of the woods.
No,
What
we
happened
gonna
to
be
Cynthia?
cool. I don't know. I didn't mute her again. I don't think. Let me look. I gotta get it together. Let me see. I don't think I muted her. No, she
Cynthia.
good. She's on. She good.
She had said something in it.
That'll be good, man. We gotta formulate it, man. We gotta set it up, man. We gotta put the money in.
Yeah.
We gotta put the money in somebody's hands we can trust.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. No, no. But you know, I don't do that. I don't be getting over on nobody, man. But that would be nice, man. We could just have like a chairman, have it all situated and organized.
Like a little panel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, man, we all got lives to live, man. Live your life, man, as best as you can. You know, you see me, let me be inspiration for you. Okay? I'm outside and I'm still able to smile, kind of be joyous.
Yes.
So let this be inspiration to you. Live your lives. No matter what situation you're in, be happy. Be positive.
All praises to the Most High.
Be positive.
Yes.
It's a dating app. No one will show up for the dates. Everybody will get suspect and not show up at the last minute.
Yeah, they think might be a perp. Oh no,
Right.
she's a perp. I think really deep down, I don't know if I can meet her.
Right. Man, I ain't trying because I know. You want to know something about me being, the thing that I didn't like about me being with a honeypot for a year and a half was that they were able to fool me for that long. That's what scared me a little bit. I was like, how did I know?
Oh, I got my honeypot.
Like,
she worked for me. My honeypot worked for me and lured me down to her house with 21 cats.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I don't.
It's a story and a half. I
21
got it on my
cats.
site, on my channel.
Oh man.
Yeah, she still calls me.
Oh no, they still call. We know all about that.
Yeah, I got one. I caught the honeypot on a video, one of my earlier video. Agent Jones.
Yes.
Agent Jones. Girl, you didn't raise hell, Agent Jones. You was in there poisoning her brother. Oh man. Everything. Agent Jones.
Cynthia says she's muted again.
Hey, I'm muted. It. She got kicked out.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, we can't give her the boot. That's not okay.
I didn't give her the boot.
No, I think somebody's fucking with it.
She could come back in at any time. No matter.
It's in there.
I would. You keep. I will give you a wrist, but oh no.
Cynthia.
Don't be on like that.
Cynthia, where
Okay.
are you?
Yeah, someone who's muting me to speak. Yeah, go ahead and admit it. Come on, talk to us. I can take it.
It's not. I don't think it's me.
It
Not
could
this
be
time.
me and my phone. Yeah, but the cat thing, that was hilarious.
Oh, I seen the cats. 21 cats and 4 litter boxes. Man, his house stunk like shit.
Can anybody vouch for this guy named Nick J? Can anybody vouch for this guy?
Is it?
I've never.
'cause I can't
I'm not.
see
No
the
offense or
screen.
nothing.
Is it
No, on the
just
comments.
Is it
I've
just
only
an
seen
N
him
and
in your
orange?
chat.
I never even had a conversation or
She
engaged
said
with them on the
she's a
comments on the videos. Huh?
She says she's a female.
Oh, female. Me and Mrs. Agent Jones. Oh hell. Oh, she said I wasn't trying to cause no harm. I won't call you again. I said, girl, you don't get off my phone. Agent Joe.
Next time she calls, make sure you record that some bitch.
I did. I got it on tape.
It's in the video.
I got it on the video.
All right.
That one video when I was like, it smells like harassment in the air tonight. Ah, that video.
I need to find it. I'll post it in the
Yeah,
chat.
that's the video. Bro, when the video kick off, she called me. I had to put that on there.
Oh,
When she
my-
calls, you should ask her, "Excuse me, do you have any gray poupon?"
Great people.
Yeah, Nick J. I never had no offense or anything. I never had interactions with you. If anybody else can vouch for you, I've never seen you before.
Does she have a channel we can look at?
I don't
Does she have
know.
a channel?
Is it just an N and is it in a orange dot?
Who? Oh,
Because I can't see who's on there. Is it just a capital N and a dot?
yeah.
Orange dot? Okay,
NIC
she was on there last night.
J. What?
Yeah, she was on the live feed last night with G-Rock, and she actually messaged me, but I couldn't seem to find her.
Yeah, I don't see her channel, and I'm searching YouTube.
Yeah, I couldn't find it either.
And then
Yeah.
I noticed that sometimes when you try to search for channels, like if you try to search for,
Oh,
my
it's hard.
channel, you can't even find it.
You never find it. Yeah, you get lucky once in a while. If you type like gangstalker or target next to it, you might.
Yeah, because I even try searching for my own channel, and my channel don't even pop up when you.
Well, it's up to the. I'm gonna get a vote. I'm gonna get a vote on that, but I'm gonna see what the panel thinks if they want you if we can. Because no offense or nothing, but I just ain't got time for no perps on my channel, man. For real, they steal too much of my time in the daytime anyway.
Yeah, I found
But
it. Nick J.
No,
with
not
the
saying
name
that
of
you're a
the
perp
guy.
or nothing, but
I don't know.
I never seen or talked to you ever before. No offense.
I think they have a different channel. They're on a different channel. Because I had seen a comment that said I was on my other channel, but it won't let me in, so I logged in from a different account.
She messaged me last night. When I saw, you know how it'll tell you who messaged you.
Yeah, I'll let her. I mean, I'll let her on if she wants to say her story, man. But
Yeah, you got the wrench.
Yeah, any of
Go
that
ahead, let her
man.
on.
And then that
I'll stay another 15 minutes.
Oh,
getting
yeah,
the boat.
15 more
got that
minutes.
boat. So,
Yeah.
You're getting the boat.
Shalom.
Am I here?
Hello.
Shalom, shalom.
Hello.
Welcome to Testimony Tuesday.
Can y'all hear?
We don't.
Is it Nikki or?
Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah.
Mom, can you
all right, so let me go ahead and
I use your phone.
let y'all fill y'all in. So
It's nice to meet you.
I
Nice to meet
appreciate
you.
you letting me.
Conference. I know, but it's not good
I
time.
be trying to be a little bit discreet about some things under the circumstances. Y'all get it. But I do want to say, like I said, I appreciate you letting me in because I'm like, damn, my target can't be this bad. I'm getting isolated by my own family, like. So, I mean, I appreciate y'all letting me in. I'm fairly new to this. I haven't really like spoke out about anything or did any channels or nothing like that. I mostly just come on YouTube and I look at other videos of targets and stuff so that I can find, support and get more of an insight on what's going on because I basically just found out my target like last year in August. So I'm still, learning the ropes of everything, but as far as speaking out, I just kind of wasn't really doing that because as you guys know that, the more you reach out and try to educate people on the situation, the worse the targeting becomes. This is pretty new to me, you know what I mean? I haven't been 100%
Hold
comfortable.
on 1 second, Nick.
Hold on. This is
technical difficulties.
there's some stuff going on with the mic. Hold on.
It's Cynthia.
Yeah, it's been like that since I first tried to get in.
There, I can't hear it now. Cynthia, I muted you that time for real.
Yeah, it's
All right,
all clear now.
I'll unmute you after. So you fix your mic, Cynthia.
Yeah, Cynthia, you got some bad static going.
All right, go ahead.
All right, yeah. I don't know if y'all heard the last thing I was saying, but basically, the more you educate yourself on it and, reach out or speak out about anything, the worse the targeting gets. So I kind of been like in between a rock and a hard place with the situation because it's like I'm, just kind of nervous about how to really go about the situation because not many people, and many people, most people don't believe, what I'm saying, when you try to tell them what's going on with your situation, they immediately try to write you off as crazy or try to discredit you and gaslight and all that other kind of stuff. So I'm not really surprised that the reaction or the response I got from you guys because I kind of been going through this ever since the situation happened. It's just like I seem to be hitting the wall everywhere I turn, like, and I just was hoping that you guys would at least give me a chance because it's like I'm really going this with you guys. So, to give y'all a little background on everything about my situation, again, I just found out that I was going through this August of 2020. Um, Based on all the things that's been happening, I kind of pinpointed to pretty much most of my life. I've kind of gone through a lot of the stuff that I'm experiencing now, but it was more covert than it is now. Of course, it's over now, but um, it was a lot of the same stuff that I've experienced pretty much throughout my life. So basically, I'll just fast forward into the targeting. August 2020, it was just like a domino effect. Stuff just started happening. I was in a long-term relationship with somebody for almost a decade, which at this point I feel like maybe could have been a honeypot because it just went from kind of like a love bombing thing to just, just completely like there was nothing between us kind of situation. Like the situation ended just very toxic and just I don't even know who the person is at this point. It's just like they became a whole different person. Um, a lot of shady stuff was happening. I started losing a whole lot of close friends that I had for like decades and stuff like that. Um, People and it was just like unexplainable events was happening. People were just turning on me for like senseless reasons or just seeming to like want a problem with me for absolutely no reason. And I'm a very loving, caring, genuine person, very loyal to, what I'm saying? I'm very forgiving, all that kind of stuff. And it was just like the people that I least expected to like, what I'm saying, turn on me was just turning on me left and right. And I couldn't understand what was going on. I ended up losing my job. I was working, I had a career, I was pretty much doing good for myself. And then at the time, I didn't know it was workplace mobbing, but I had to educate myself and finding out about gang stalking and all that. I understand now that's what that was. So I ended up having to basically quit the job. Um, Once that happened, it was like I said, everything just kind of just started falling apart. I became like severely depressed. I couldn't get out of bed. Kind of like I just went on for like a year straight. I pretty much was just I couldn't do anything. I was crying almost all day, every day, just off and on. Um, what else? Now that I learned a little bit more about the gang stalking, I believe I possibly was getting hit with dudes because there were times where I would just wake up and have like real big black and blue bruises on my legs or my arms just out of nowhere, and they never were painful. They just were like
Are you
that I
still
had no
with us?
reason at the time
Okay.
or bring it to my attention, like, hey, you got these bruises or whatever. And so, they were unexplainable bruises because I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't hurt. I didn't bump
Yep.
into nothing, like, so I didn't understand where it's coming from. Then I was getting these real bad headaches just out of nowhere, just constantly. Uh, I was sleep deprived. I just would just be awake. It was times where I could stay awake for like 2 days straight, like and still function throughout the day and everything, but I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
sleep. Um, on top of that, I started getting fatigued a lot. So it was just kind of like bouncing back and forth with me. And at this point, I was so depressed that I started looking up symptoms as to what I was experiencing because I knew that it was what I was feeling just didn't feel healthy, and I know myself. So I started kind of getting worried because I'm like, I'm a person that I pretty much can handle anything on my own. Like I'm real strong. I've gotten myself out of dark places pretty much all my life because I've never really been able to trust people that much because I've been through so many betrayals in my life that it's just like I kind of just forced me into this mode where just like I just don't trust people. And so I was going through all of that and nobody knew what I was. So even the person I was with at the time, I was hiding it from that person. And still to this day, I do that with the world. Like nobody really knows what's going on with the gang stalking outside of the select people that I thought I could trust to tell. But I'll get to that in a little bit. I'm gonna try not to be too long-winded because I know it's getting late. But yeah. So basically, I was going through the depression, and I looked up symptoms, and what I came to the conclusion of that I was probably if I wasn't, I was very, very close to clinical depression. And so, because I was experiencing all the symptoms of that, once you reach that kind of depression, it's almost like you need to be on some type of medication or something. But, or see a doctor, whatever. So it really was scaring me because I was like, I couldn't pull myself out of that and I didn't know what was going on with me. And so then, I was noticing helicopters, just kept flying around my house. Like was kind of towards the back where we had like some woods and it was kind of towards the back where the woods is, so it wasn't facing the front. So they would have to like I guess, circle by the bedroom window because that's where I spent most of my time at and maybe they probably knew that. But that's where I spent most of my time at because I was always in bed, just depressed. So they would circle constantly around by my bedroom and at first I just thought it was just, they was looking for somebody, like maybe somebody, a criminal on the loose or something, because that normally was the case, So I'm thinking, and I also was kind of living in the outskirts was a very rough neighborhood, so I would just chalk it up to, okay, maybe somebody did something again, and they just looking for somebody. But it just kept randomly happening a little too often. But at this point, I still had no idea what was going on. And they just shined this bright light like directly into my bedroom. And I was laying in the bed and it didn't scare me, but it was like, you know what I mean? So I jumped up and looked and I'm like, what in the world? But it happened real quick. But it was like it was a deliberate thing, like it shined directly into my bedroom. And I'm like, who does that? And so then it continued, to happen. So I get the helicopters. Then um around this time, like I said, I was going through a whole lot with the relationship. Already I lost my job, everything just started, or I quit my job, everything just started falling down. So then my grandmother got sick. She was like my best friend. Everybody knew how close we was. Everybody knew. She got sick. And so she ended up in the hospital. She was in there for like a month, and then she ended up passing away in August of last year. So of course, that on top of everything else that I was experiencing, that just kind of just put the icing on the cake in a sense. So I was really going through it, and I kind of was going through it alone because again, I was going through this breakup of almost 10 years with somebody and couldn't understand what was happening and why this person was turning on me and all this kind of stuff. On top of dealing with the betrayals and all that stuff that took place over the years because it really started weird stuff started happening in 2017, but it wasn't until after I got quit my job that stuff just really started going bad. So anyway, after my grandmother passed, I ended up it got so bad in the relationship that I had no choice, no other option but to let go. So I had to, end the relationship. So we moved out of there in November of 2020. I noticed cars following me around about October-ish. Um, because I had started doing like, like food deliveries, the little Uber Eats and stuff like that, just to keep some money in my pocket. So I started doing that, and I started noticing like cars would keep pulling up beside me. And I don't know if you guys ever encountered these type of cars, but they were like, they kind of like, it's like they shut down. They still running, but it's like when you accelerate, it sounds like they start the engine again. I don't really know how to explain it, but I kept getting them kind of cars around me where it was just like, it sounded like every time we pull off, I hear the cars like starting up again, even though they weren't turned off. It was almost like they were kind of idling. If you Google it or whatever, I'm sure you can find out the type of car I'm talking about. Right now, I'm just trying to get everything out as quick as I can. So anyway, I started noticing that, and then that's what made me start paying attention more. Like, I'm always aware of my surroundings, but I was going through so much that it was just like my mind wasn't really with me for real. I was just focused on all the stuff that I was going through. And so then I started, when I would hear it, I would start looking over at the people, what I'm saying? Just kind of to observe, like, what is going on? Why do I keep, everywhere I go, I keep hearing this? So then I started noticing people just constantly staring at me. Like, we'll pull up to a light and it was just like everybody in their car just staring at me. And I'm like, no, and I got tense. So it's just like, but you could still see like they legal tense, but so you could see a little bit in there, but it's just like, why you pulled up to a car with tinted windows staring at me like I'm the only car on the road or something? So I noticed that was happening. And then anytime I would look in their direction, they would immediately turn away or act like they doing something else. And it was just like literally every time I left the house, this started happening. So I'm like, this is a little strange. Like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, this crazy. So at this point, when I first started noticing this was around October, so I hadn't moved out yet. So then when November came, I ended up, moving out. The very first day that I moved out, when the experience is something that I have never in my life ever witnessed before. It was so many car. I'm sorry, y'all. It was so many cars swarming me, like they were coming out of nowhere. It's like everywhere I turn, cars, people just they boxing me in, doing all. I mean, dart down in front of my car, like, and you can tell it was targeted towards me. At the time, I still didn't know I was a target. So I'm thinking, like, okay, do you know what I'm saying? Did this person get me set up in something? Like because people get bitter when you break up. Especially if they get toxic. So it's like all this type of stuff started going through my head. Like, did they set me up? Like, what is going on? Because I started feeling like at that point my life was kind of in danger. And when I moved out, uh, I didn't have anything secure. I didn't have anywhere to go. And I didn't want to go to my mom's house because she and I don't have the best relationship, and she do a lot of perp stuff, and she's been doing that since I was little. But now that I found out about gang stalking, that's why I'm kind of wondering if this has been going on, longer than when I picked up on it. So anyway, long story short, I didn't want to go there because I already knew what kind of situation it was going to be if I was there. So I said, okay, I'm going to just trap it out in my car because I know me. I know my hustle. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm assertive. I'm going to, make something happen. But that was not going to be the case for me because now at this point I'm a target. So if it's up to me, then yes, I can, I'll be all right. But when you got people trapping you and, holding you back and infiltrating you, it's kind of hard to maneuver around that. And so again, I didn't know that was going on. So the very first day I moved out, I ended up pulling off on a side street because I had no idea what was going on. I mean, they were following me from point A to point B. Every move I made, I had cars surrounding me, following me. I kept getting these one headlighters. A lot of them, the cars were like real messed up. It was barely even drivable. I don't know how they was driving them. But then I was getting people brighten me while I was driving. They kept turning on their high beams, like they laughing real loud out the car window. I mean, it was insane. And so I just had to pull over, and I was just like, bro, like, what is going on? And I'm not a scary person, like, because, you know what I'm
Static.
saying?
You got
I
static.
roll
You
with,
got static.
as you guys
Can
say,
y'all
the
hear
Most
that?
High, say Heavenly Father, or however
Yeah,
you
it's
want to
doing
word it that we believe.
it's kind of like cutting out, kind of moving really fast, and audio's kind of fast and choppy.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
lot of
yeah.
static.
Yeah, so, well, basically, all this was happening. I
Yep.
pretty much had to pull off the road because it was
You're still
like,
It
doing
mu-
it.
is it her mic? Is it
are
your
you
mic?
able to
Her
hear me
mic?
Yeah,
okay
at
now?
first.
Your mic is
Are you?
staticky. Um,
Yeah, I
Jay.
don't know. It's been doing that since the first time I tried to get in. That's what
It's
I
been
had
doing it the whole
put
Uh,
time
in
you've
the
been
chat.
talking.
Yeah,
uh,
when I first put it in the chat, I was trying to get in. It was
can you
blocking me
can
from
you
getting
fix your
in.
mic? Your mic is good. You get to an area where it's good.
So let me see if I can.
Your mic is. I can hear you now.
You can hear me now.
Uh huh.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So basically, it was like extremely bad to the point I had to pull off the road because it was like I was literally being mobbed on the road. And so when I pulled off, it was like they were like it was almost like they were chasing me around on the road or something. And so then I pulled off, then I started getting people walking past my car. And they walked past the car, and then I don't know if they were talking in the mic or what they were doing, but they would like lower their head towards their shirt, or they'll like take out a walkie or something stupid like that, or get on the phone. Like this was just going on all night long. So the following day came, and I went on about my daily thing. Like I went back out, do some deliveries. I'm thinking, okay, well, because at this point a lot of stuff was going through my head. I didn't know if I was like in trouble with the police or something. Like I didn't do anything, but it's like, what is this? So I'm still trying to wrap my mind around what's going on and why I'm being followed, and in the midst of still going about my day. And so they continue following me, what I'm saying, the next day, all throughout the day, everywhere I went. If I go in the store, I get like few cars every time I go anywhere. They coming in the same store I'm going in all of a sudden, or somebody just pulling up, or somebody sitting in their car idling, looking at me, or now all of a sudden everybody got to go in the same store I'm going in. Then when I get in the store, I'm seeing people using hand signals and just all kinds of weird stuff, and it was strange. And so I happened to call my mom because it's like I was gonna keep it to myself for a while. I'm like, maybe this gonna go away because I know I ain't do nothing. So I just got to the point where it's like I started getting a little concerned for my well being because I'm like, this is not normal. Like I got a gang of people chasing me around, following me everywhere I go. And like now they don't hand signals, and like this something else. So I told my mother what was going on, and she started crying on the phone and was like, okay, just come home, just come home. So I get to the house, to her house, and 5 minutes into me being there, two people come knocking on the door. So my sister, she opens the door, and they said they was there to speak to me. So I was like, okay, they asked if I was the person that they was looking for, and I was like, well, who are you? And they was like, they introduced themselves by their names, and I said, okay, so what's your profession? And they were like, oh, we're mental health specialists or something. They were saying mental health. So I'm looking like mental health. So immediately I'm putting two and two together, like, okay, so I told her what's going on with people, like somebody following you, blah blah blah, and I guess she called them I guess now that what I'm saying, I'm more knowledgeable about gang stalking. I guess either she in on it and that was the plan, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But she definitely called the mental health people. And so I'm sitting there pissed off because I'm like, why would you call mental health like you've been on me all my life. You know I'm far from crazy or stupid or any of that. So why would you, if I'm telling you something like this, I'm like, obviously something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not just going to say nothing like that, no reason. So then she starts saying, well, I was just thinking maybe you was just under a lot of stress because, your grandmother passed and then, you just lost the relationship and out. And I'm like, but what does that have to do with me telling you that somebody's following me? Like, how do you just go from that to that extreme? You know what I'm saying? And so I talked to them for a little bit and let them know, like, y'all pretty much waste your time coming here because nothing wrong with me. Is I'm fine. And they was like, yeah, you in your right mind. I mean, you're good, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So long story short, they ended up leaving. So now I'm feeling uncomfortable. I already told you I didn't want to go there anyway. But now I'm feeling uncomfortable because I'm like, well, dang, I'm trying to tell you what's going on. Instead of you showing concern, saying, let's figure out what this is, you call mental health on me. So I'm like, okay, I don't have many options or people to go to because I pretty much had to cut everybody out of my life because they either did something shady, disloyal, or betrayed me some kind of way, whatever have you. So my um then I ended up telling my dad about the situation because he's like pretty sensible guy. So I'm thinking, all right, well maybe he can help me out. He did the same thing. He said, oh well, are you sure, that you okay, mentally, like, you're not under too much stress right now, or, you're not, do you think that, do you think you might need to talk to somebody? And I'm like, what? And it was very shocking coming from him because, like I said, he's a very sensible guy. Like, he's the last person I expected to do that. So I'm thinking now, okay, now I'm on my own here. So I started doing some research about what was going on with me. And so now I'm also feeling uncomfortable and weird. I'm thinking everybody looking at me like I'm crazy now, and I know I'm not. I know what I'm witnessing. So and just to insert this real quick, most people should know. Like, I mean, I'm gonna say most people should know, but I think a good handful of people will know if somebody is following them. You know what I mean? Like, it don't take much for you to find out if you being followed by somebody, especially a mass group of people. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too many of the same kind of things happening to be a coincidence and just repetitively. And so I started doing research and that's when I came across gang stalking. Matched my situation to a T. So basically, when I found out about that, I knew I was like, oh, okay, this obviously must be what I'm going through. So I'm still trying to figure out, okay, is this a police program? Is this some kind of like citizen program? Like, what is this? So I'm digging deeper and deeper and deeper into it. And the more I try to find out, the heavier the stalking became. So then it started being a point where all the neighbors they already probably were, but I didn't catch on when to it until I started really finding out about what gang stalking consisted of. The neighbors was in on it. Every time I leave the house, they leaving at the same. Everything was always in sync. If I'm pulling up, they pulling up. If I'm leaving out, they leaving out. If I'm coming in, they coming in. Basically, I'm never nowhere alone. I can't walk to my front door without a car being sitting on the corner because there's a stop sign right by where I'm living now, right next to my house. So anytime I'm pulling up to the house, there's always cars circling around the house. They either coming out, going in, or somebody always has to meet me right at the stop sign. Like, this is clockwork every day, all day. I can't do anything alone. I go to the store. They got the workers in the store in on it. It's like I don't know how they be knowing where I'm going before I even get there. A lot of times I don't use the GPS on purpose, and they be there before I get there. And some of these places I don't even frequent. It might be like a new place I've never been to before, and they be right there. Wait, they literally right there. they get out the car the same time I do, or sometimes they'll just sit in the car and wait for me, then looking at my direction, waiting for me to get out. Then when I get out the car, they pull off, or they just anytime I'm driving past a side street, a car always either be pulling up right when I get there, or they already sitting there. They do a lot of mimicking. I've been in an accident because of them before, and a great drive. I've never been in an accident until this started happening. They staged the accident. They've been trying to do that for since I found out about this. They've been heavy on that. They dart out in front of me, go real slow. They wait till I get up on them and they just turn out and then go real slow. What I chalk that up to be as they just trying to get in my way or slow me down or just cause me some type of irritation. They try to figure out, or whatever they think my triggers are. They play on those things and just I guess to get a reaction. And when you give them a reaction, I know that they'll increase in those tactics. So now it's just at a point where it's like everybody's in on it. Anytime I work anywhere, they in on it. It's always constant gossip about me. I don't know what kind of lies they spreading, but they telling somebody something. People I don't even know. Like most of us, we don't know these people from Adam, and they just hate you and don't even know you. And I can't rationalize like how a group of people from wherever they come from. To me, they like reptilians or something. They can't be just all the way human. Like something is not all the way there with these people. And it's just like I get a lot of people with the sunglasses on, and like I said, they always doing the hand signals. They use kids, elderly people, disabled people. It don't matter who it is. They work in all kind of weather. The world could be in there, and they would still literally be following and watching me. Like they stop at nothing. And that's why I feel like a lot of these people are military trained individuals because they're trained to operate in any type of severity. Like it doesn't matter. So it's like it could be any kind of weather, any kind of situation. You can count on them to be dedicated to whatever program that they have affiliated themselves with. They're going to be right there with you no matter what's going on. And it's so overwhelming to a point where now like I pretty much isolated myself on like from people because I can't trust people, but also it's being forced on me because of this program. So it's now I'm just kind of starting to get a voice with it where it's like I'm finding out about other people going because it felt like I was going through this by myself, but then I started finding videos on YouTube and stuff like that, and I just started like becoming a little bit more comfortable speaking out. This is actually my very first time speaking out loud about the situation with other people who are going through the situation I am. And so I'm at a point where I've been at a point where I'm tired. Like tired is an understatement because it's like it's testing me almost beyond my limits. It's like it almost feels like I'm in a behavior modification program or some kind of suicidal program or something where it's like they push you as far as they can to there's nothing left to take or to do to you other than you just giving completely up. And it's like I'm tired of emotionally being up and down. Like I try to block it out. I try to ignore them. I try not to feed into what they're doing because I know by giving them the reaction, that's what they want. By acknowledging them, that's what they want. Because then when you do that, it makes them amp it up more. But then now when I ignore them, they still do it. It's like, oh, you ignoring us? Well, let me do this so I can make sure you get your attention. You know what I'm saying? It's really at a point where I'm trying so hard to not snap and like literally put my hands on one of these people because I also know that's what they want. But it's just I, I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm tired of my days being just blah. Like I literally just feel like I'm waking up I'm just existing at this point. I'm not even here. because my life is not even my own anymore. I can't make my own decisions. I can't just live my life freely because everything I do has to be involved. They have to be involved. I go to the grave site to visit my grandmother. They come to the grave site doing noise campaigns and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's beyond it. Though I can't even find. It's so many words I can use for it, but those are still understatements in comparison to what these people do. And it's just like, how can you hate somebody? That my thing is, if I don't like you that much, I'm gonna stay away from you. That's it. I don't need to try to ruin your life, and I don't have that kind of time or energy to be vested in somebody else's life like that. And I just don't understand what has been told to these people or who is in there feeling so much to where you would initiate somebody into a satanic, like, I mean, it feel like I'm in the cult with them or something. The way that they infiltrate me, it's like I might as well be in it with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying I
Mm-hmm.
am, of course not, but it's just like the way they be infiltrating. It's like, dang, I might as well be with y'all. Y'all, I mean, trying to get away from it, they bringing it to me,
Yep.
and it's like I pray, I do everything I possibly can. It's just like I'm at a point now where it's like we have. I'm ready. I'm speaking out. I want to do something about it. I'm trying to get together with other TIs. I saw Cynthia, if you don't mind, I saw some of your videos, and I noticed that you said you were in Oklahoma. I'm
Yes.
originally from I'm originally from DC. I moved.
Uh
I've been there, born and raised. I moved from DC to Oklahoma,
huh.
and that's a whole nother long story. But moved to DC from DC to Oklahoma, and thinking of that I probably could get a break. But at this point, I already knew how the program worked. They follow you from state like it's
Yeah.
international, so I wasn't really expecting too much. But of course, it's still happening here. So I'm not originally from here, but I have been here since um, in a little bit of
What state do you live in now?
the more I speak, I'm pretty sure I'm already exhausted for tomorrow, and it's not even here. You know what I'm saying? Like I already know what to expect. I already know what's gonna happen. As soon as I open my eyes, it's like it's the
Mm.
show begins. It's almost like they can see through my eyes or something. Like it's so much that I can be saying to y'all. But like I said, I'm not trying to be holding y'all night. But it's like I really just don't know what else to do, where else to go with this situation, because I can't see myself living my life like this. Like something has to give.
Yeah.
Like something legit has to give. And so I feel like there's power in numbers. Obviously, we all know that. And I also believe that, yes, ignoring them is the key to your sanity, but it's also not necessarily always a good thing, because I think that's why this program has been going on for as long as it has, because you can't just keep turning a blind eye to something like that because they don't keep doing it. It's like if we start fighting back, which a lot of people probably didn't do years and years ago when this program first came about. Um, if we start fighting back, we might can make something shake. You know what I mean? We might can do something. But as long as we keep trying to ignore them, it's almost like allowing them to do what they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we can't do. They keep us isolated because they know you can easily impact a person when it's just one. That's why I call them bullies and grown. I call them anything and everything in the book under the sun, but it's like they're grown bullies or whatnot. It's like they do it because they know they can get away with it, and they know if you back yourself, they really got you. You know what I'm saying? And if they can keep us turned against one another or keep us afraid to come out and speak to each other, they got us in the bag. You can do way more damage to a
Oh,
person
that's hard now.
with with a multitude of people than you can if you have a group of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at some point, even if we gotta come up with some kind of page or something, you know what I mean, like to where we can all communicate with one another and somehow exchange phone numbers or whatever. Of course, they're gonna hack us and do what they do, but we have to find some kind of way to band together and try to trust just a little bit more. Cause y'all almost didn't like I when y'all was over there going on me and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, you can't be serious. I'm like, my targeting this bad that even I can't even talk to the targeted community. Like, you know, they use these energy weapons and they try to alter your moods and your minds and your thoughts and all that. So I'm like, oh my god, like, are you serious? So when you guys, and that's why I kept, sending messages like, no, 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 because normally I don't beg. I'll just be like, all right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just used to just walking away and having to let stuff go. But with this, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is at this point, this is my new norm. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? So what else do I have to lose besides, continuing to keep reaching out to y'all like, no, 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 I'm really a target, like, without sounding corny or like sounding like I'm, a perp or something. So that's pretty much where it is for me. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a circus show tomorrow because of this. So I just am very appreciative that you guys did give me the opportunity to hear me out and, hear my story and allow me to be a part of the community. Because my God, like we all we have, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't even have our own families, so I don't know about everybody, but most targets don't have support from their family. So it's just like, yeah.
Yep, yep. Appreciate you sharing your story.
Yes,
Yeah, I
thank you.
appreciate y'all hearing me, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Hey,
well, it was
may
a good one.
I ask what state you're in now?
I'm in Oklahoma. I'm in Guthrie.
Huh?
I'm in Guthrie, Oklahoma now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry because my phone kicked me out right when you got on, and I had to keep trying to get in. Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, well, you're not very far from me at all.
Yeah, I
I'm
know that
right
you.
here on South Side OKC.
Yeah, I saw you said you was in Oklahoma City. I mean, the city like half an hour away, but we still in the same, area and stuff. But I
Yeah.
was really hoping that I can connect with you some kind of way. 'Cause I'm like,
Yes.
oh my God, is another one in Oklahoma? Bet you not in a good way, but I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
good, baby, connect,
Yeah. No, I understand. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. I am really excited now. Yay. I am.
Oh man, so I can breathe a little bit because I was like, oh my gosh, they shunning me, and then y'all started like going on me, and I'm like, oh my god, they call me Agent Jones. Like y'all was really going in on me.
No, he was talking about somebody else when he said Agent Jones. He's in his
oh,
video.
because and another thing, I know what happened with my icons. The name, I mean the icon is blue on here, but when I comment, it was saying NJ, and then it started saying Nick J. I don't know if it got something going on with them or what, but I'm under the same email and everything, so I don't know. But
Hey, sweetie, did you message me last night? Leave a message for me?
yeah, I sent you a
Okay.
comment
I
on
can't.
your.
Yeah, I saw it, but when I went to go in to answer it, I could not find you nowhere. And I was like, oh, I hope she doesn't think I'm just ignoring her. I literally could not find you. And I can't comment on where you left the message.
That's so strange because when I looked on it to see, after I posted the message and then I had scrolled to make sure it was sent, I couldn't find my message no more. And I didn't want to like double, message you because I didn't want to, be coming off
Yeah.
too strong. You know what I'm saying? I know how
No,
it is,
message
but
me. Yeah, message me. That happens all the time. They will go in and erase them.
wow.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really, I guess I need to make some videos or something. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really, I got some evidence, but it's kind of hard to get it because it's just like, when I'm on the move, it's kind of hard to pull my phone out and be like, ooh, gotcha, you on candid camera, so it's like they kind of catch me in when I'm on the move a lot of times doing like the little hand signals and all that kind of stuff. I want to get them on camera doing. So what I said
Static
I was
again.
going to do. Yeah, what I said I was going to do is probably get like some glasses with a little camera inside and just try to,
Yes.
I'm gonna just have to do something like get some body cam or something because I don't know, they don't even care. They let you know they doing it. They do not
Real
care.
static. You're real staticky right now. It's real staticky.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-uh.
How about now?
I
Maybe
can
it's your
hear you, but
signal.
it's real static.
That's
Hello,
Cynthia.
How
hello.
about now?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Now
It's
I can.
Yeah,
Cynthia.
are you hearing that?
Yeah.
Are you hearing that, Cynthia?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I am
It's
hearing
Cynthia.
static, but yeah, I can hear it.
Is it staticky?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, it stopped.
Yeah.
Now it stopped. I can't
Oh,
hear it
wait.
anymore now.
Mine hasn't stopped yet.
Yeah, I can. It's been doing that to me like pretty much the whole time I've been on the live.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
been
both of you
static.
guys' mic. It's Cynthia's and NJ's or Nick.
Huh.
Yeah,
Let me see.
y'all
Let
can
me
call
pick
me
mine
with
up
them.
and see if that helps.
Hers is clear now.
Yeah, I picked mine up. I had it laying down.
Well, this is about 3 hour long testimony Tuesday. It was a good.
Hey
It's
now.
pretty decent.
Yeah.
Hope everybody good.
Yes.
Woo!
Get it off your chest. Tuesday, get it off your chest. Tuesday.
No, we
Tuesdays are my
need
worst
to
targeting
therapy.
day too. Tuesdays are the worst for me.
Absolutely, man. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and live tonight. Any last comments? Any last thing anybody want to say?
Thank you
Love
guys
you
so
all.
much. Thank you.
Glad I didn't have to bring out that boot.
Oh yeah, it's real close
It was
tonight. We was close.
I've seen that one.
Trying to be funny.
But not
I was waiting for you to pull the boot.
it was real
Oh
close.
yeah,
Yeah. Somebody
for
was
sure.
in the chats almost got the boot. But I think they
Mhm.
booted themselves, to be honest. Because I ain't seen
I'm
them
glad
back.
it worked out. I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great testimony Tuesday.
Oh
It was
yeah,
great.
all praises, all
All
praises.
praises to the Most High.
Yup.
We got to think of what to do next
So is this something
Tuesday.
that y'all
Get some
we
more
gonna
people
keep
in, or
going or?
Yeah, we need more testimonies.
We'll have it next Tuesday if the Lord is willing.
I can do some
Testimony
promotion. Try to
Tuesday.
get some people in.
Oh yeah. I try to post it up there in a reminder in your little your news feeds, your thread. So hit your reminder, hit the bell, hit the all notification,
Yeah, all
hit the,
notifications.
and
Yeah.
put the thumbs up on the live. You guys been a great time.
Oh, can I say something real quick to Guthrie?
Sure.
Hey,
Go ahead,
sweetie,
Cynthia.
we
Go,
have
go.
got we've got major, like serious weather coming and super large hail, extremely high
Yeah.
wind, rain, and tornadoes. So I didn't know if you knew that, but the wind is really picking up
Yes.
here. So just keep an eye out about that. Stay safe.
Yes, I will. Thank
Definitely.
you. I appreciate it. You too.
You guys, it was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to me. And I so look forward to every Tuesdays listening to people's testimonies.
Great
All
story.
right.
Yeah.
Well, y'all have a good evening. Stay safe.
All right. Everybody be blessed. And until next time, the Most High's
Till
willing. I'll
next
see you then.
Tuesday, let the show roll. The G-Rock Show.
That's right.
G Rock
You guys
Show.
all have a wonderful
All
night.
right.
This is for everybody's show. This is
Good
for
night.
everybody.
Yes.
I
Yes.
appreciate you.
Yep. That's us. Empowered individuals.
We're make it
Coming
bigger
together.
and better.
That's right. Good night, everybody. I'm hanging out. Love y'all.
All
Y'all
right.
have a
Have a
good
blessed
evening.
night, everybody. Thank you, everybody. All the comments. Make sure you hit that like button, man. All praises.
Exactly. Bye, you guys.
All
Bye.
right.
Bye-bye.
Good night,
That
y'all. God
Shalom.
bless.
was
Shalom.
amazing. That was so Jasmine.